All right, is it live now? Yes. There it is. Yeah, we don't need thousands of people. You just need the main ones. You know what I'm saying? You don't need 5,000 people, 6,000. All you need is 5 people with the right mindset. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they feel me, dog. I don't know if they feel me, baby, but we're back. So we had some brief technical difficulties there. I was just telling you how much I appreciate this community, and that's why we're here, and that's why we have this moment. So I encourage you all to do whatever you want to do. Oh, wow. Reverse repost, $58 billion. That's very low. So all in all, though, we're going to have a good time. And let me do this. Since we are going to play a game, I'm going to start with a mini PHILO, actually. How does that sound? You know, before I give you money, before we have fun, I think I should I think I should tell you about PHILO. I don't even have my chat up yet. No, for real, though, because this is what I was saying earlier, man. I like games. I do all of this because I want to, bro. This is not tithing either. I'm not giving you money. And I believe me, bro, my goal, I try to give away a fucking Range Rover. Like, at one point, I really hope I could give away a house one day. That is my goal with these fun giveaways. However, like I said, if I have to deal with weirdos, people who are here for the wrong reason, I don't want to do it. I don't know if you guys get it. Like, it's not, like, that is not the goal. I don't want to deal with weird shit. Like, I want it for people who really want to be here. And above all else, although I want to give stuff away, I would rather you valued the knowledge above all else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because this knowledge alone, this is what got me everything, dog. Like, hey, man, bro. Like, for real, I hope you realize that knowing these things, bro, being like a little Egyptian boy. My parents are immigrants. I was just telling you all this stuff, bro. And it's like, dude, knowing this shit, seeing opportunities, not being afraid, not believing these lying asses, you know what I'm saying? So it's like all of that when it's said and done, it's just like the knowledge is key, bro. Oh, my God. You're at Florida State? There's an active shooter? Oh, my goodness. I will pray for you, bro. Yeah, get to safety, and I would turn off any loud noises. If you can leave, just leave. I don't know. I had a friend of mine. He was in a school shooting, and just leave if you can. I know this is the worst advice because they all tell you to, like, stay inside and shit. Just get out if you can. That's what I believe, like, for real. Yeah, if you're at your apartment, then yeah, don't. I'm telling you, because that's what my friend. They tried to, like, lock him in, and he just dipped. And sadly, if he stayed, it would have been more dangerous for him. So, oh, he's already in custody. Okay, then that's good. Yeah, I was gonna say though, but if you're in, like, a room, don't stay in a room. Like, yeah, I would try to distance yourself as far as possible from that situation. But I'm glad you're safe, man. Scary. And then something about GSK. We were taught to leave. Yeah, no, that's why but some schools, some people will tell you to stay. And I'm like, no, dude, don't. Like, if there's ever a shooter, you leave. At a school, dude, don't get away and run and just leave. That's it. These fucking shooters are probably liberal and they're lazy. They're not going to chase you. Just run, bro. Just run. And that's all you got. Just get out of there. Chinese firm is helping Houthis target American warships. Whoa. Financial Times. Run, fight, then hide. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Because I'm telling you, my friend, sadly, he was in a shooting. And then if he stayed, like, people got shot. And he was in a building, and they tried to lock him in there. And he left, and they got mad at him, but it ended up saving his life. Like, it's actually nuts. This was a long time ago, but I'm glad to hear that they tell you to run. Because I'm like, I don't care. I don't care if that sounds like it's bad advice, but run. Don't stay there. All righty. I'm going to just give you a quick one, bro. Are you ready? Oh. Shadadonia. How you living, baby? We're going to play a game. I hope you win. But before we do that, let me remind you. Do not waste your energy and do not wear yourself out trying to get rich. At the same time, recognize you have so much time and you have to put it to work or it's going to work you. The harvest is plenty, the workers are few. Apply yourself, my brother. You are a human. And that mind of yours, when you apply it, oh my goodness. There are things you can accomplish. And even better, put that mind and then add God. Oh, wow. Beautiful thing. So, I'm going to just give you a really, really quick PHILO. Just a little one. Then we get into our game and call it a day. But I'm going to just give you something. This was big. This happened to me last night. Okay? I'm going to get very vulnerable with you. I had something happen last night. It was very deep. It was just beautiful, honestly. But it started out, I don't know. I think some of you, maybe you get these thoughts. I'm sitting there praying. And I'm like, I'm doing what I was telling you the other. I'm like, dude, I'm really worshiping. And I'm just, I don't know. I'm so grateful for things. And I'm just like, wow, God, you're so good and this. And I'm thanking God for all these things, who he is, all of this stuff, right? And then I hear a voice in my head. Not like I'm going schizo, but I get this counter voice. And you know what the counter voice tells me? The counter voice tells me, you are so fake. You don't really believe that. It was trippy, bro. I usually don't think like that. And it blew my mind, but I was like, whoa. But right away, I knew I shouldn't have entertained it. I really shouldn't have. But right away, bro, I'm just like, I'm like praying. I'm like, God, you're so good. Thank you. Like, dude, I was just like, thank you for everything, bro. And then just this voice like, you're so fake, dude. You don't really believe that. You're so fake. You're so fake. And right away, the only thing I could think of, I was like, you know what? I am. I have been fake in times in my life. I can be fake. Shit, I see fakeness all around me. I could be fake. But I said God is real. And bro, it tripped me out because that unlocked the next level. And it blew my mind, bro. Because right away, I was just like, you know what? Maybe I am. Yeah, maybe I am fake. I don't know. Shit, I'm a human. But I was like, I know God. I know the God I'm talking to is real, though. I may be fake, but I know his power is real. And I don't know, bro, and it unlocked another set of prayers. And that's why, man, I don't know how many of you, if you think I be going through all this shit and I don't have these feelings, then you're tripping. You're tripping. You're tripping. I showed my girl, I showed her the video of what I do in the morning, bro. Y'all don't even see, it's crazy. But like, if you think I'm not doing what you're doing, you're tripping. You don't get it. We all do. All humans. I don't care if you have money, no money, it don't matter. You still eat, you still shit. You still will have doubt. You still will have ego and overconfidence. But this is the trick. This is the tip. I'll tell you right there. I've told you this in the past. I just had to bring it out in the battle last night. It got me. That's what I'm saying. All of this was really surprising because I was just genuinely appreciative. And I was feeling a certain way. And I was praying. And I was like, God, God, God. And you're fake. That's what I hear. But I said, maybe I am, dude. But God is real. And this is what I'm here to tell you, bro. Just like the theme of this week, bro, you don't got to explain yourself. Do you not realize it? I didn't explain myself to the devil. I hear this voice. I'm like, all right, maybe. But God is real. That's the trick. I have an Instagram post on this, bro. You have to remember, when the devil questions you, when you feel this, you can't defend yourself. You have to turn to the word. You have to use the sword. Do you get what I'm saying? Bro, you are fake. I am fake, but my God is real. Oh, you're weak. I am weak. My God is strong. Go read what the Bible says. You'll see what I'm talking about. Every single one of these little things. And you're like, all these little anxieties and things in your head. There is a written response thousands of years prior. My brother, use the sword. Some of you are trying to fight on your own standing and you cannot. You know why? I can't. Bro, I've done a lot of things in my life and I can't even stand on it, bro. None of us can. You're not going to win. What do you mean? This little voice in your head that sounds like you, but it's not you, but it is, but it isn't. How are you going to win? You're not going to win. You have to go to facts. You have to go to something that was already written prior, a contract. And that's it. That's what I was saying. Mm-hmm. So, Chad, very simple. Use the word. But there's a reason why you hear people say, I have strength in my weakness. Do you understand that? This is why. This is how. The moment you are weak, if you turn to the right place, there is strength. That's why the guy who thinks he's strong is really weak, bro. Certainty, I'm strong, you're weak. I have doubt, let me turn to God, you're strong. Again, the world won't get this. That's why some of you, you're not going to understand what I'm saying right now. You hear my words in English, but you will not be able to really comprehend this in your heart. This contradicts all of humanity. You understand? Even society, you have this strong, again, warrior. You want a warrior. You're going to be disappointed when the king come in on a donkey. But I promise you that's the king. You see what I'm saying? So, Chad, be prepared to be disappointed. I've already got you ready for that. But I think now, start learning to embrace weakness. You know that. For real, bro. Embrace it. Dude, I tweeted something yesterday. Because I think it's so applicable. And I hope in the arrogance of it, you don't miss the message. Because it could sound arrogant. Here, I'll show you it. This sauce can always be imitated, but never truly duplicated. The sooner you realize this, the sooner you'll start betting on yourself. Bro. So you probably think I'm talking about me, right? I am a little bit. I won't lie. It's hard not to. But guess what? I was really trying to talk to all of y'all. I don't know if y'all feel me on this. That's what I'm saying. I think somebody, bro, if you don't handle your own ego, you won't even get it. Bro, do you not realize it? All of you in here, there's so many. Every single person in here. There is some things that I can do that you can never do. But guess what? You also can do things that I can never dream of. Oh, y'all ain't feeling me, bro. Y'all ain't feeling me, bro. Oh, it's one thing of what we could do together, but do you not get it? That's why I say bet on yourself, dude. All of you, hear me. You a real one? Oh, I'm really a Chad. Good. Bet on yourself. You don't need to be anybody but you, bro. You are the key. You are who I am investing in. You think I want to invest in a carbon copy? Fucking. You think I want to invest in somebody that replicates the world? You think I want, no. No, unique, special, gifted. That's what I want. No? You need to start betting on yourself, bro. You need to stop looking at this world, seeing what you don't have or what you're weak in, and being like, oh, I need to be that. You ain't need to be shit, dog. You need to be you because they can't do what you can do. You get it? For real. All of you. Take this long weekend and realize what you really got. Apple CEO had private conversations with Trump admin about iPhone price hikes following China tariffs. Washington Post. Whoa, CVGW. Calavo growers, 2%. Feels good. Nah. Don't let it feel good. That's what I don't like. That's the problem with PHILO, is that it feels good. This is why this whole year when I came in just fucking swinging. You know why? Because I don't want it to feel good. I want PHILO to work. I want PHILO to be evidence. I honestly don't give a shit how anybody feels, including myself. I hope you get it. Because this right here, bro, this isn't going to be, oh, yeah, it feels good, I love it. No, because if you don't go and bet on yourself today, if you don't stop trying to copy the world and realize what you have, what good is this PHILO? We ain't going nowhere with it. This should be a burden. Do you understand? I love it, bro. I love it. It's just like the bro, Bosch, BHC. That's too big. Oh, it's already up 10. What the fuck? It's a small stock, so be careful. What is it? Check Bosch. That's odd. I remember flipping this back in the day. Yeah, super weird. Go for next week because the day's almost over. And it's a $5 stock. That's what I don't like about it. All right, I grabbed one. It was 7 cents. Next week though, no daily on that. This thing's a fucking value play, but I don't really trust it, to be honest with you. I got like $50 on it. Yeah, nah. Like I was telling you, none of this is going to feel good. You know why? I want this to be your burden. The burden is that you are walking around every day with a power that you're not using. You're fucking Spider-Man, bro. Then you over here trying to be, you like, no, I want to be like these people who work at Starbucks. What? You're fucking Spider-Man. What are you telling me right now? Dude? You know? But it's like the verse, bro, where the disciples' mom is like, yo, make sure my son sits next to you in heaven. And Jesus tells him, he's like, what do you mean? You think you want to sit next to me in heaven? You think you want to be next to me? You have to drink from the cup of suffering. That's where he says the lowest will be exalted, the highest will be put down. It's the same thing. You literally work at Starbucks? Well, hear me out. By the year 2035, you're going to have a house and you're not going to be fucking working there. I don't care if you work there now, but you're Spider-Man. Do you understand me? That's what I mean. But if 10 years from now and you're like, Josh, no, I could only do this, and no, I'm like, what are you saying? No, I want to be like this. No, who are you, bro? You have something. Yeah, there's a lot of options on SoFi too. But that's a small move. So, this is the cup you have to drink from. We all live our lives just trying to be everybody but ourselves. But I'm telling you guys this. You have something incredible. But you have to fucking invest in it. You can't keep chasing and trying to get what other people have that isn't you. You have to know what you are. And that's your competitive advantage, dude. They cannot replicate you. That's it. The only way you devalue yourself is trying to be like something that's ordinary. This doesn't make sense. So, I just wanted to tell you guys that. And then I'm going to just tell you the last thing, man. I read it this morning. All you got to do is believe, bro. You know that at the end of the day, and some of you hear this stuff I say, I just want you to believe, bro. You know that? Some of y'all think I'm trying to push shit on you. I'm just trying to push belief on you. You know that? You might listen to PHILO and fuck around and believe in yourself, dog. You might just fuck around and believe that there's more to this world than just waking up and taking a shit and eating. Otherwise, you tell me. Belief. That's all. That big-ass Bible is big, bro. Hard to read for some people. It boils down to this topic of belief. That's why I never listen to these people when they tell me. I'm like, I can't do that. I didn't believe. Because they wanted me to, but they didn't tell me to believe. They told me to follow rules. They told me to be like them. No one told me to believe except Jesus himself. And you're like, he didn't tell you that. Oh, he did. I'll read it to you. This is right after he feeds 5,000 people. Where is it? Oh, I'm going to skip it for you. I'm going to just get right there under it. Hold on. I got to read through it. So he feeds them. And then he does walk on the water. Yeah. So let me read this part. Then the next day, they go after him. Trump going to have to wait now, even though that was a big candle. Okay, SoFi's moving. Has SoFi even moved? Yeah, it kind of did. Trump, Maloney has become a friend. Trump discussed trade, other things with Maloney. Okay, I took a cheap SoFi for next week. No news, but it's finally moving. I didn't like it at first, but now it moved up. Contracts didn't go up. It kind of has the upside, but it's just a slow mover, small stock. Yup. Well, again, he feeds them, walks on water, and then the people keep following him around for bread. And then he says something. So the next day, the crowd had stayed on the far shore, saw the disciples have taken the boat. Trump says he and Maloney talked about trade. The crowd saw neither Jesus nor his disciples. Then they found him. They said, Rabbi, when did you get here? Jesus replied, I tell you the truth. You want to be with me because I fed you, not because you understood the miraculous signs. Don't be so concerned about perishable things like food. Spend your energy seeking the eternal life that the Son of Man gave you. For God the Father has given me the seal of his approval. Then they replied, we want to perform God's work too. What should we do? Okay, Maloney says LNG. I know he's live. I'm reading. I'll put it on when something important happens. Calm down. I get it. I got it. I just wanted to get to this part. They replied, oh, nuclear. Watch Oklo. There it is. Boeing it, but watch Oklo. That one's interesting. She's bringing up nuclear now and EU. Spy about to hit the high. They replied, We want to perform God's works too. What should we do? Jesus told them in red, this is the only work God wants from you. Believe in the one who he sent. Then they said, show us another sign. So in writing, from the words of Jesus himself, this is the only work God wants from you. Believe in the one he has sent. Go, translate it. King James, any translation. It reads the same. That if you really wanted to pigeonhole it and find what did he actually tell you, one of the only things you need to do is believe. Because that does encompass everything. My brother, if you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to take yourself seriously. You believe in yourself, you're going to try. You don't, you're not going to try. Go down the list. Belief is the seed, my friend. So, Chad, I hope you feel me on this. And this weekend, man, I want you to use your sword. Take pride in your weakness. Honestly, be strong from your weakness. And I hope you figure out your competitive advantage and think about it. Because that's you, bro, and you have something. And you have something nobody will ever be able to replicate. My brother, that is your value. I know you might be awkward about it. You might feel weird about it. You may not fit in. I don't care, bro. Those are all things to not let that seed of yours take root. Trust me. You'll look back one day and you'll realize it. But now, I know you may feel a certain way, but it doesn't matter. You are you, bro, and you are special. And you need to start investing in that. All right? And finally, the only work, you want to do God's work this weekend, bro, just believe. Yeah, he says Chair Powell will leave if I ask him to. I'm not happy with him. But on that note, Chad, that is your philo. Now you'll get Trump, and then we'll do our quiz.
I don't think he's doing the job. He's too late, always too late,
Always.
slow, and I'm not happy with him. I let him know it, and if I want him out, he'll be out of there real fast, believe me. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, please. Question?
Are you trying to remove him, Mr. President?
Yeah, question?
Mr. President, can you make Judge Mosberg in a case against your administration? So the Constitution does not tolerate willful disobedience of judicial order. Do you agree with that statement?
Well, you're going to have to speak to the lawyers. We have great lawyers. I can tell you this, we're doing a fantastic job of getting criminals out of this country who Biden allowed into the country. Hundreds of thousands of criminals, murderers and drug dealers. And I was elected because of the fact, I would say maybe that was the number one fact for a lot of reasons, the economy, a lot of things. But one of the primary reasons I was elected is because I said, I'm going to get the criminals that he allowed to come into our country so stupidly through open borders. I'm going to get them out. And I got a lot of votes, record-setting numbers of votes, as you know. We won everything. The popular vote, all 7 swing states, we won everything. And that's what the public wanted, and that's what I'm doing. But you'll have to speak to the lawyers because it's up to them.
Mr. President, what do you think of the proposal from France?
Say it.
What do you think of the proposal from France and UK of a peace mission in Ukraine with soldiers? And do you think that Italy should take part in it?
Well, I think Italy will have to make that determination, but peace missions are always good with me. I'm okay with peace missions. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, have you discussed what areas of cooperation and discussed with the Prime Minister vis-a-vis Italy and the United States and Europe and the United States? And on China?
We discussed it very briefly. No, we're doing very well with negotiations, I think, with all countries. And Scott could tell you a little bit, but we are doing very well. We have a lot of countries that want to make a deal. Frankly, they want to make
Oh,
deals
shit,
more
I was
than
muted.
do.
Yeah, that's a good comment. That was the comment that drove us up earlier. The doing well, and then the we're working well on that deal.
We had a fantastic meeting with Japan
Again, you're already up. That one free play, I don't know where it's at, actually.
The EU already, and then we have South Korea coming in next week, and I believe India is also talking. That's moving very quickly.
So India. Interesting.
Well, we have a minerals deal, which I guess is going to be signed on Thursday, Scott, next Thursday, soon. And I assume
Minerals deal on
deals.
Thursday, actually.
We have a deal.
And then South Korea next week is hitting the wire.
No comment on that. I have no idea. That's his statement, not mine.
Yo, railroads are going up. UMP.
Attack on Iranian nuclear facilities. Can you comment on that? Is that accurate?
And they say the attack is what?
That you waved off an Israeli plan to attack Iranian nuclear facilities.
I wouldn't say waved off. I'm not in a rush to do it because I think that Iran has a chance to have a great country and to live happily without death. And I'd like to see that. That's my first option. If there's a second option, I think it would be very bad for Iran. And I think Iran is wanting to talk. I hope they're wanting to talk. It's going to be very good for them if they do. And I'd like to see Iran thrive in the future, do fantastically well. I know the Iranian people, they're incredible people. Always have been very smart, very energetic, very successful people. And I don't want to do anything that's going to hurt anybody. I really don't. But Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. It's, pretty simple. It's really simple. We're not looking to take their industry. We're not looking to take their land. All we're saying is you can't have a nuclear weapon. The deal that was made with Obama, that deal would have expired already. It was a terrible deal. It would have expired. And that gave them a clear path to a nuclear weapon. I wouldn't have accepted. That's why I terminated the deal. Number one, it was way too short. When countries are involved, you don't make short-term deals. These are countries with long lives. And I terminated that. And it was a great termination because it didn't allow us to do anything. Once it terminated, you know what the deal was. It was a terrible deal. Really, one of many terrible deals made by the U.S. But no, I'd like to see Iran thrive. And they can do that, I think, very easily, or they can do it the other way, and the other way is not going to be good for them. It's going to be really bad for them.
What do you make of the Nvidia CEO going to China and met with trade officials there?
Well, Jensen's an amazing guy. He's become a friend of mine, and I don't know, he's a person that's very proud of our country. He loves our country. I'm not worried about Jensen at all.
Come on, let me get an Nvidia pump.
Will you take steps to return
You say good friends? No?
to the United States?
No good friend? Come on, good friends?
Well, I'm not involved.
Give me 10%.
In it. I'm going to
What?
respond by saying you'll have to speak to the lawyers, the DOJ. I've heard many things about him, and we'll have to find out what the truth is. But I will say
Objectively,
this,
Powell has done a really
we're-
good job up
we
until
were
the last
inundated by
year and a
millions of
half.
people, many
That's my
millions of people
opinion.
during the Biden
That's it.
administration.
I think the
They say
politics
21
tainted
million.
his record.
And
Everything else,
a big
Powell
percentage of
handled
those are
the most
criminals,
difficult
serious
scenarios
criminals. I'm not saying
and got
just
us out
criminal
alive
because they came into the
in
border
a
illegally.
decent manner.
I'm saying
Way
they're
better than
criminals
Yellen, way better than
at the highest
Bernanke,
level,
way better than
murderers.
anybody.
Many
He's
of
not a
those
bad
people
guy.
murdered
I
more
just
than
think
one person.
I
And
think
they're on
all
the
of
loose.
us, we all have to go through a very
And I
difficult
was elected
political
to get rid of
environment,
those criminals, to get them out
and
of our
not
country.
everybody made it out alive. I mean,
Put
I
them
even
away,
ended up
but to get them
yelling
out of
fucking
our
Trump.
country.
We have to do Trump
And
now,
obviously
otherwise
our
we all
judges
die,
can
you know.
take that
So
authority
I
away
think
from
he
the
also
president.
caved
We've
too,
done
but
an
he
amazing
caved to a
job,
different
Tom
side.
Holland.
But I do
Christy
think
Noem.
that kind of
We
tainted
have
his
done an
legacy.
amazing job. Nobody
Just
can
because, again,
believe
like
the
I'm
job
saying,
we've
him,
done.
Elizabeth
Far
Warren,
greater than
I would
what
love
said.
to be
I
nice
got
to these
elected on
people.
that,
Believe
but
me,
we've
I'm
done
not
much
trying to
better.
be
We
an
have
asshole.
Right now,
It's just that
99% border. It's
they
a
did
99%.
these things that
Nobody
I'm
thought
calling
that
them
would
out
be
on. They
right.
did it.
Nobody's
They
coming
actually
through
did
our
it.
border
They
practically.
wrote letters and complained, and then
2
they
weeks ago, we had
altered
9
things
people
ahead of
come
a
through, all
critical
for
moment
medical reasons.
that
We
could have
allowed them.
changed
We
the
brought
course
them
of
through
everything.
because
And
one
now
had
when
a
there's a
heart attack,
cost
one
and
had
all of that,
something
it's just
else.
sad how it played out.
All
But
for medical reasons.
other than that,
We
he
have
did a
great
good job.
border. We
I
had
don't
a
think he
great
did a
border
bad
4
job,
years
but
ago.
that was the bad part.
But we have a border now that's even tighter, and we did that in a matter of weeks. And
It's like when people ask me
no,
about
we have
Elon.
to-
I don't
we
agree
need-
with Elon on
we need
everything.
to
I'm
get
not going to do a
murderers
brain
and drug
chip.
dealers
I
and
think he's had a net
people that were in
positive on
jail for
society.
horrible-
Jerome
they
Powell, I do
released
not
from
agree what he did in
jails.
the last year, and I think he
Georgia,
failed
all over
miserably
the
in
world,
some
they released
respects,
them.
but he's a
Not
net
just
positive
South America, all over
as
the
a
world.
Fed chair and
Congo
what he's done.
Africa. Many people come from the Congo. I don't know what that is, but they came from the Congo.
They come from the Congo. I don't know what that is,
Opened their
but
jails
they
to
came
this
from
world.
there.
Practically all of their prisoners released into our country. And we took them because we had an incompetent administration called the Biden administration.
What the fuck is the Congo? What is that?
And to think what they've done to our country.
Congo. Like a
And I was
bongo?
elected to
I don't
straighten it
know.
out, and I'm doing that. But we have activist judges that don't want murderers to be sent out of our country. They don't want killers and drug dealers and drug lords and people from mental institutions. They want them to stay in our country, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's the liberal way, or as they call it nowadays, the progressive way. But I don't think it's the way that our country believes, and that's why I won in a landslide. Okay.
Back on trade, Mr. President, you did say that you were confident these deals will be done, but you also said that you're in no rush. Americans are seeing prices rise. They're seeing it on their bills. How long can they expect that pain to last?
So they've already seen it get much better, because if you were truthful, which you're not, I know you very well, you have gasoline that hit $1.98 yesterday in a couple of states. You have gasoline's way down. The price of oil has dropped substantially. The price of groceries.
No,
are
there's no
substantially
trade deal
down.
happening. Just
The
news
price of
heard
eggs,
one
when I
word
came
and
in,
started
I
saying
came
that.
in
I was
with
like,
eggs.
what?
I just got there.
So
I was
today
there for
everybody
1 week, and they
overshot.
started screaming at me, "Eggs
Yesterday
have
they
gone
got
through the
freaked
roof."
out
I
for
said,
no
"I just
reason
got
on
here."
Powell.
I was there
And then
for 7
today they were
days.
like, "Ooh, trade deal."
Eggs have gone
I'm
through
like,
the
no,
roof
bro.
before I got there.
But
And
either
they were
way, just
screaming
low
at me.
holiday,
That's
low
the fake
liquidity.
news, like you.
I wouldn't overthink it.
And the fake news is screaming at me like about eggs. I said, I've only been here.
Eggs
this
again.
is my 7th day. And they were right. They went up 87%, and you couldn't get them. They said, you won't have eggs for Easter, which is coming up. Happy Easter, everybody. You won't have eggs for Easter. And we did an unbelievable job. And now
Oh, wait,
eggs
it's
are
Easter?
all over the place, and the price went down.
Oh,
92%.
this whole time I thought it was
And
Trans
our
Appreciation
Commissioner of
Day.
Agriculture, Brooke.
Oh, no,
has
it's
done a,
Easter, you guys. Yeah.
fantastic job.
Oh, new
Did a really
president,
fantastic job.
I guess.
So prices haven't
This
gone
one
up.
says
The only
Happy
thing that's
Easter.
gone up actually is
No,
interest
no,
rates,
because last
because we have
year
a Federal Reserve Chairman
it was.
is playing politics.
Oh, okay.
And it's somebody that I've never been
Yep.
very fond of, actually. But
He's
he's
talking
playing
Powell.
politics. Interest rates should be down now. They should be coming down. In Europe, as you know, they reduce.
Yeah. Even Trump's telling you what
7
I'm
times.
clowning
Looks
on.
Like they're going to reduce them again and again and again. But our guy wants
So I'm
to
telling
go
you, bro,
deep.
like the same people who are believing, oh,
Interest rates are
America,
pretty
you
much
can't do
even.
this. They're,
Maybe they went up just a slight.
Yeah,
bit, but
Europe,
that's the
go,
only thing.
cut
That's
rates.
Because of the Federal Reserve.
yeah, okay, let's put our money. No one ever got rich off of Europe, you guys.
Go ahead, yes, sir, please. Go ahead, please.
Once again, you have the general population cheering on a move to enrich Wall Street. It's hilarious. They're like, yeah. Move it to Europe, and then we're going to promote Europe cutting rates. So then Wall Street already snagged 30%, fuck up everybody else, and then now, no, you can't cut rates. No, but you can before the election. We'll talk about it. I don't think people understand it, man. It was very egregious what happened.
Tremendous amounts of money with the tariffs. We were treated very unfairly on trade, and countries are having a hard time getting used to the fact that they can't do that to us anymore because we have a real president. We have a president that understands what it's all about. We had presidents that, in some cases,
Sir, you're the
smart,
president.
but
I
they
know.
didn't understand business,
I'm
or they
talking
didn't like
about me.
business, or, it wasn't like a priority. And then you had like the last administration. The
Fair
only
enough.
thing they were good at was cheating in elections. That's about all they could do. They couldn't do anything. They were useless. They were incompetent. Worst administration in the history of our country. Worse than Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter died a happy man
High-low
You know
just
why?
hit tools.
because he wasn't the
And
worst
high-low.
president. Joe Biden was. So I think you're going to see some fantastic numbers when this all happens. It's happening now. I mean, everybody wants to make a deal, and if they don't want to make a deal, we'll make the deal for them, because that's what's going to happen. We'll just say, This is what it is. But we want to listen to everybody, and I think I can say for Scott and the other people
Federal
that are
Reserve
working
are
on it
not very smart
that,
people.
We're listening and
Powell is
be
terrible.
very fair to people.
These are what's hitting my
We're
other
the one
wire
that really
right now.
Sets the deal, and that's what we'll be doing. Okay.
Make the deal for him is not sound good.
Please.
A question to our Prime Minister.
Oh, you have a great prime minister. You're so lucky. Yes.
In italiano?
Yes, that's right.
Ok.
I'm not sure that what we...
Presidente Meloni, volevo sapere cosa pensava del fatto che il Presidente Trump ha considerato responsabile Zelensky della guerra in Ucraina e poi se avete parlato delle spese militari e qual è il limite massimo a cui ha detto che può arrivare l'Italia, le percentuali delle spese militari.
Non abbiamo parlato dei limiti massimi a cui può arrivare l'Italia, abbiamo parlato del fatto che l'Italia sta mantenendo i suoi impegni perché arriverà al prossimo vertice della NATO con il 2% che era già previsto, che è stato sottoscritto dai governi precedenti, perché siamo una nazione seria, ma non abbiamo parlato poi di quanto vada aumentata questa percentuale, anche se siamo ovviamente consapevoli che insomma, il tema della difesa sia un tema particolarmente importante di questo tempo. Per quello che riguarda la guerra in Ucraina, lei sa come la penso che ci sia chiaramente diciamo ci sia stata un'invasione e che l'invasore da quel punto di vista fosse Putin e la Russia, ma non è questo che diciamo oggi quello che rivela è il fatto che insieme vogliamo lavorare, stiamo lavorando per cercare di arrivare in Ucraina a una pace che possa essere giusta e duratura. Penso che questi siano gli sforzi sui quali condividiamo il nostro lavoro e anche oggi il nostro lavoro.
That sounded absolutely. That was so beautiful. What the hell?
Yeah.
What did she say, please? No, I mean it sounded great.
At least we're all thinking that.
Presented.
Fucking Trump is such an American, dude.
Maybe I could hear what she said.
What a fucking American, bro. Because any real American, you ain't understand shit.
Hold it.
You just like, wow, that's beautiful. That sounded so cool. That's what I was thinking, bro. I was like, damn, that's like Italiano. Milano. I know what the fuck she was saying. I was just mesmerized.
What she thinks about the fact that President Trump holds
New high.
Zelensky responsible for.
All right, here's the deal. You know that spy call I made free? It's only up 10%.
Answered well.
So the monies are all decayed now. But that's on you, bro. I'm not touching anything on a daily anymore. Unless we get a real crazy move. I'm just riding those NIVDAs.
Spending, how in the raising of the military spending, and the first thing Prime Minister Meloni said is that no, actually, we didn't talk about the raise in military spending. Of course, Italy will keep its commitments with 2%, and then we will see, because we are absolutely aware of the fact that it is very important to.
Now they were moving earlier, but now that you've decayed an hour, we went down. Anything above like 530 is like the same price. So that's why I went with NVIDIA is working. I got a little bit more than 15 now, which isn't that much, but at least it held.
We didn't speak about a specific other percentage, but we are aware of the fact that defense is important for the future, and we see what also the work that we are trying to do at the European level.
MSTR,
I don't hold
SoFi, new high ticker is fully gassed.
I'm not exactly thrilled with the fact that that war started. That was a war that would have never started if I were president. You'd have millions of people living right now that are dead. You'd have cities that would be open and thriving, and they'd have their beautiful turrets. Those turrets are the most beautiful in the world, but they're not with us any longer. They're smashed to smithereens, laying on the ground in a million pieces, getting hit by rockets, bombs, and bullets. And so I'm not
Premium
happy
just
with
died.
him, and I'm not happy with anybody.
Yeah, about 5%. It was like that earlier though. But yeah, they're even killing the premium on the way up.
They hate you. Putin about it a lot. It was the apple of his eye. There's no way he would have ever. Wait
a minute, it's higher. Why is it lower?
Because, as you know, Russia's a lot bigger.
A lot bigger.
Military force, and if you're smart, you don't go involved and get involved in wars that you can blame the man that was sitting in this seat. Biden, he didn't know what the hell was going on, but I can guarantee you that And everybody agrees to it. If I were president, that war would have never taken place. I'm not blaming him, but what I am saying is that I wouldn't say he's done the greatest job. Okay? I'm not a big fan. I really am. I'm not a big fan. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Presidente Meloni, avete discusso di Cina e della possibilità che l'Europa ponga dei dazi, diciamo, sulla Cina. Mr. President, are you sure about the definition of parasite of European? Could you say again that European parasite?
It's never said.
Could you say again that
The European-
Have you said that
Yeah.
Europeans are parasites?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't said. I don't
He
know what.
didn't say it.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Go ahead, please. Go ahead. No, wait. Next. Go.
Thank you. Prime Minister Meloni just said we want to make Europe great again, and we want to do it together with the United
Sure.
The West, yeah.
Did you? I guess that's what you said, Mr. Prime Minister. How are you going to do that? And are you looking to do it to counter China, who is really trying to gather influence against the United States with the help of this joint?
I hope that Europe is going to be great again. Europe is going through a lot of problems, and a lot of it's having to do with immigration. And I'm not a big fan of Europe and what they've done with immigration at all. And I think they got to get smart, because Europe is being very badly hurt by what they've done with immigration. Now, I'll say this, that the Prime Minister has taken a very tough stand on immigration. And I commented to her before. I said, I wish more people would be like you having to do with that subject, but they're not. Europe is very important to me. Europe is very important to the world. I want Europe to do very well. I think they have to get a lot smarter on immigration.
But we are beginning doing it. You've all seen now the policies of the European Union in the last, let's say, 2.5 years have been changing. Okay, at the beginning we were talking only about how we were redistributing illegal migrants coming to Italy. Now we are talking mainly about how to stop illegal migration, work with the countries of origin and transit, and to return people. The European Commission just did the new rules about repatriations and things like that. So things are changing, thanks also to the example that Italy brought in lowering the rates of illegal migration. So we are working now together. So I'm optimistic on that.
Good. I hope so.
I hope.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
I'd like to ask President Meloni if you have discussed the option of a starting deal with Italy on telecommunications. And President
Okay, you're still working your way up. Again, out the money premiums. Individual's great. That NVIDIA is doing exactly what I wanted to, even though it's just mad
What
slow.
about it?
Google business, what is it now?
Go ahead, please.
Oh, well, we didn't discuss about Starlink. We've been discussing about defense space. We will work together also in the Mars missions. So there are big things to do together, but we didn't discuss it.
No, tariffs are making us rich. We were losing a lot of money under Biden, trillions of dollars, trillions on trade. And now
Okay,
that's- that whole
AZN,
tide has
DJT.
turned, we're
High ticker is still
making a
going,
lot
and
of
then we're
money.
at the
making a
high.
lot of money. Don't forget, we're taking in 25%
What time
on
is it?
cars,
It's only 11.
25% on steel, 25% on aluminum, 10% baseline. We put penalties on China for sending us fentanyl. We put penalties on Mexico and Canada.
Yeah, bro. Everyone kind of
25%
just chilled.
for allowing fentanyl and allowing the borders to be weak. Now we're taking in billions and billions of dollars while I sit here and talk to you. And we didn't take in anything before, other than the tariffs that I put on previous to Biden, which were the tariffs I put on China, where we took in, up until this point, probably $700 billion. They were Trump tariffs. He tried to weaken them. He did everything he could. You know, he got paid money by China, right? The family got paid money. He did. And so I don't know, maybe that was the reason or maybe it wasn't. But he tried to weaken them, but he couldn't because there was so much money that his budgets, they couldn't stand not doing
UNH
it.
still getting worked.
But I took in the up till this point, my tariffs on China. Nobody ever took in 10 cents from China. No other president took in 10 cents. I took in more than $700 billion from China. So we're doing very well. I mean, our country's doing very well. They had a bad report today from one of the healthcare companies that had an impact on the stock market. But this isn't about that. This is really, we're building a base. We're building a country like no other. And again, I had the strongest economy in the history of our country by far, history of any country probably, but the history of our country in 4 years. And I think this has a chance to be much better.
I think he is trying to get deals before China. I made my NVIDIA free. It was like 20-something%, but I had a decent amount, so I just sold all of them except for one. So I'm going to hold that one over the weekend.
Is there any more detail that you could tell us about what's in that deal and how it came together?
Wait, you hear that?
It's substantially what we'd agreed on previously, but the
He said it's some deal April 22nd.
memorandum of understanding, we went straight to the big deal, and I think it's an 80-page agreement, and that's what will be signed.
He just said some deal on the 26th. Who is he talking about? I didn't hear that. That was Besant.
Firing if he doesn't change his stance on rate cuts? Or is that on the table? Or is that
Well, I think he should do the rate cuts because I think if Europe has done it, it puts us at a disadvantage to Europe. I mean, he plays right into their hands. So I think he should do the rate cuts. We don't have really inflation now. I just said the major things are going down. Oil is great. Oil is way ahead of schedule, and that's because of our policies. But oil is down into the $60, $65 range now per barrel.
You have
And
a
I
ghetto
told you,
spread. Well, it doesn't matter. If you
states
ghetto
we have
spread, you'll just
less
get
than
max gain.
$2 for gasoline. And food is down. Groceries, as we call it, are down.
That's perfect. If the high strikes at 447, you're fine.
Other than interest rates, everything's down. Interest rates are pretty flat. They're not. It's not that they're up, but we should be better than flat. We should. If he would lower the interest rate, I think it would have a good impact on that too. But the costs are down. We have very little inflation. I would say we have essentially no inflation. Hard to have inflation when oil goes down. And oil
Was he
goes down.
talking
When
China on the
when,
26th?
Biden came in.
Yeah, why
oil
is
went
Baba
through the
curling
roof.
up?
It caused her a problem. That and his very dumb spending. But when the oil prices go down, and they have gone down a lot, we've gotten it down really good. We've opened it up and we've gotten them down. And that means that people driving cars are going to be paying $2 and $2.50 instead of $4.50. And, even at the end, they tried just for the purpose of the election to get it down. But they had really lost that sucker. It was not good. But
No, I don't like that
if
one.
they had won, oil right now would be at $7 or $8 because of their policy. And we're going to be at about $2. Could be even a little bit less than that. And you're starting to see it. So I don't know how you can have inflation when oil has come down quite a bit. And I would say the Fed really owes it to the American people to get interest rates
They
down.
do.
That's the only thing he's good for. And he would have an effect on that if he lowered them. And
It's the only
I think
thing
at some
he's
point
good
he will.
for.
He's going to have a lot of political pressure. They are political also. And I think there's a lot of political pressure for him to lower interest rates.
It's the only thing he's good for.
Yeah, go ahead. Please.
Do you think that Italy can be your best ally in Europe? And also, do you ever notice when you walk into step on hands?
Only if the prime minister remains the prime minister can it be our best. she's doing a great job, and yeah, certainly one of our great allies, not just in Europe, anywhere. She's a fantastic person and doing a great job, and our relationship is great. And we have a lot of Italians in this country, I tell you, and they like Trump, and they voted for Trump. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. She is great. I like her. Thank you, press. All right. Are you guys ready now? let's get into our game. Y'all. So, we've gotten our PHILO. You got the mark again. He said some, I didn't hear it, bro. He said some deal 26th. That was Besant. I don't know if he's talking China or Europe, but yeah, man. And now we're moving here, but everything, it sounded good. I mean, you're not getting an immediate trade deal. I think that's a dumb idea. But I do think, you're getting positive sounding talks and people are liking it. But it's at least, I don't think anything's really changed. I think this whole week, man, you're literally just ending practically where you were last Friday. You get what I'm saying? This was just a kill premium, take some money back, and then your trade situation is borderline the same. So we'll see. I'd finalize all of them, and then, yeah, that's it. Yeah, those YOSH are up a lot. They're up 70%. Even the SoFis are moving now. The NVIDIA I made free. It's you can only make it free if you have a lot. Otherwise, it was a more expensive contract, but that one's up. All right. I made YOSH 100%. I'm free now at 100. I sold out a little more than 100. That's in the bro. Everything hit today. I'm kind of surprised. I think there's one that didn't, but it was not bad. I think Eli Lilly didn't hit. Or I don't think the other one's one other one, but that one's for next week. Same price. Hold on. Where's the other one? Anything. Yeah, I just made it free. I had a limit. But it's up 100%, a little bit more now. Wasn't bad, man. Those are some later stage ones. They worked. Even the SoFi went up, too. But yeah, anything later. We did good on individual stocks. Again, even the SPY we did decent, but other than that, it wasn't bad. I mean, again, compared to yesterday, seemed a lot more choppier, but we got some good moves today. Even 1,000% on TTD. I'm happy. All right. Are you guys ready, though? Let's set it up. I already have it ready to go. But if you guys want to do the quiz for the watch list. All right. Starter Rooney. All right. So same setup as last time. We're playing on Kahoot. So join up. The pin is 784-4898. You could use the QR code too, I guess. Damn. Damn, those NVIDIAs are going now. Oh, you got 30? Fuck, dude. Yeah. Josh sold out early? No fucking way. Oh. You either scan the QR code or go to kahoot.it and enter the PIN or download the Kahoot app on the mobile store. We're in the club. Bottle full of bug. I got what you eat. We're oh, Shawty. It's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday. Go sip a party like it's your birthday. And just say we don't give a fuck. It's your birthday. Oh, Ukraine deal? That's what the 26 was? That would make sense. Everything's like starting to move right now. So again, you're breaking out. We even have another 30 minutes till power hour. All right, how many people we have? 350 in here. Last time we had what, 1,000? And then I think there's less people here than last game. Oh yeah. Holiday. Yeah, no, NVIDIA worked, bro. If you got that, you got at least like 20, 30%. Do some with it. Yeah, your odds are better. So think about it. If there's less people playing, it's easier to get top 3. So that's it. This time, though, top 3, save your scores. Top 1, you get the prize. That's it. Your odds are 60% better than last time. You have 6, okay, now 50%, 40. Never mind, 100 people just joined in there. Now we're at 400. All questions from the watch list. Top 5? Well, it depends what game we end up doing. So I was thinking top 3, but save your scores. We're either going to play something today or we're going to have to... Today will be your ticket for the next game. All right, well, let me play this. And then I'll go to the bathroom. And then we'll start. So I'll give you guys like a minute or two to finalize, join up. Otherwise, that is it. And best of luck to you.
There's no reason that Italy couldn't buy more of one product. They could say, we want more LNG. We saw that during the initial phase of the Ukrainian war. Countries that needed natural gas buying more from the United States and other places. But the idea of an overall trade deal that would exempt them from tariffs probably has to go through Brussels. I mean, that's the structure they have set up.
All right, we're going to leave it there. Great timing. Thanks for dropping by.
See, the president knows when I'm here to make news.
You coordinate schedules, right?
5 o'clock, balance of power.
5 o'clock, balance of power.
That's when we'll see you next.
We'll talk about it again.
That's when we'll see you next.
Michael McKee, international economics and policy correspondent, Bloomberg News. A couple legal actions we want to get to right now. First of all, earlier today, Google partially losing a U.S. advertising tech antitrust case. And just moments ago, the U.S. Supreme Court saying it will hear arguments on President Trump's bid to start enforcing an executive order that would restrict automatic birthright citizenship and upend a long-standing constitutional right. The court saying today it will keep his restrictions on hold in advance of that May 15th argument.
I want to bring in Bloomberg News legal team leader Sarah Forden. Sarah joins us from our Washington, D.C. bureau. I want to start with the Supreme Court setting to hear arguments in the birthright citizenship case. How does this work? Give us the sort of Schoolhouse Rock version of how the Supreme Court could change what is written in the U.S. Constitution.
Well, I mean, this has been, as you said, a long-standing belief of constitutional scholars and others that the right to birthright citizenship is sacrosanct. So the fact that they are willing to take this up and to start to parse it and consider the restrictions that are being proposed by the Trump administration means that this right could potentially be in play going forward.
So what's next? May 15th? Is that what we focus on?
So as you said, the restrictions are on hold for now, but May 15th will be a closely followed arguments. This usually takes several hours where we listen attentively to what each of the justices, the questions that they're asking and how that might indicate what their thinking is.
I mean, this would be a significant change in a policy that's been standing.
Yeah, I mean, this is sacrosanct that the children of people who are
I could reach out to my sister if it's anything medical. She's a liberal, but
so this will go to,
if it's something medical and you want assistance on it, I could at least forward it to her. She's actually good at it, but she's a liberal.
And so this could start to roll back that, and it's part of the Trump administration's larger,
if it is health related,
aggressive crackdown.
Yeah, email me what it is, and I'll just email it to her.
Over multiple.
And then she'll either give me a response or she might be able to give you a call.
The 14th Amendment
I don't know. It's
of
up
the
to her.
Constitution, it does go into the fact that all persons born or naturalized in the U.S. are subject and subject to the jurisdiction thereof, are citizens of the U.S. and the state wherein
Yeah, we do have a
they
couple
reside.
doctors in here, too.
Is the Supreme
Worst
Court
case,
challenging the meaning of that?
There's that clause.
All right, baby. Last call. I'm about to start it. And remember, once you open up the game, do not close it or it will kick you out. Okay? So be careful. Do not close it once the game starts or you will be kicked out. You either scan the QR code or you go to Kahoot and enter the PIN. But we got 500 people. I think it is time. So we're locking it in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, boys. Here it is. Question number 1. Oh, I don't think I did the time. Fuck. Oh, you have way too much time. I think you get a minute a question. It should be 30 seconds. The main question for the week is what? Is the damage already done? Is Trump going to escalate more? Can the market handle rates? Are the bonds going to break? All right, 20 seconds then. I thought it was a minute. Question 1, Monday watch list. Oh, is the damage already done? So on Sunday night, we came in and like we said, you walked it back. You had the recalibration. But even though the market was holding up, a lot of analysts and people in the market were saying, is the damage already done? Even if Trump walks things back, did he already scar the economy? So, yeah, that was the first key on Monday's watch list. Question number 2. Oh, y'all going to let Connor win again? Y'all going to let Connor? I'm going to just have Connor do the watch list if he about to mop y'all again. Y'all going to let him bring out the Connor mops? That's it, Connor. I'm going to call him Mr. Clean, bro. He about to clean him up right now. Oh, man. We entered a bear market this year. True or false? Oh, that's an easy one. Is it? Ooh. There's like 20 of you. You still don't know? Which one of you don't know? False. As part of Monday's watch list, we went down 18.9%. We had a correction, but we actually did not enter into a bear market. I know. If you think it's a lie, it's not. I have evidence. I have all my evidence. So this was the chart from the watch list. Where is it? Okay, I guess I don't have evidence. No, hold on. Let me find you the evidence. It's somewhere here. Oh, there it is. Yeah. No, I think it's very important because this is what, 19.8. We were 0.02% away from a bear market. I know, but it was a near bear market. I know. Next question. Oh! Where's Connor? Oh! No. Oh, shit. They just took out Connor. No way. No, I don't believe it. It's a fluke, baby. Come on, Connor. Actually, you guys, we should start setting up bets for the Chads not playing. If you want to bet on a Chad, we should make, maybe I should partner up with DraftKings. Never mind, now that I think about it. Question number 3. Which stock was a reminder of analyst activity the weekend before? Apple, HII, NVIDIA, or TMC? What, you want event contracts? Come on, son. Oh, that one got ya. See, like I said, you would have made money. I put this on the watch list Sunday night. It got a bunch of upgrades on Friday, Goldman, and I put it on the watch list. It was on the plays for Monday. Literally HII. We ended up making 100% the next day on it, and it is still up on the week. So you heard about it on Sunday. I know. That is oh, is he back? Oh, number 2. Oh, Nappy fresh from last time. Oh, and Brett. Oh, let's go, baby. We got a game. We got a game on our hands. Spy still near the highs. I don't have any other headlines, too. Here it is. Question number 4. Imagine a world with no... The big risk to earnings. I'm giving you the key. This one's easy. This one's easy. Imagine a world with no direct quote from the watch list. With no NVIDIA God, no NVIDIA guidance, no NVIDIA certainty, or no NVIDIA liquidity. Oh, guidance. So this was Tuesday. And it's funny because the next day we got to hear from UAL and they did double guidance. But I was telling you, word on the street, everyone was talking about no guidance. And then they said the ultimate bear would be if NVIDIA had no guidance. So, yeah, that one was kind of tough, but kind of easy. Oh, dude. Nappy and Connor. Oh, man. Yeah, you can't close it. If you close it, it'll kick you out. Keep your page open. All right, you're near the high, neck and neck. Question number 5. Type the answer. What company shocked Josh on their earnings report doing something he has never seen before? Type in the ticker. That's the easiest way to not have a spelling error. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, wow. Look at all these answers. UAL. United Airlines. Like I said, I've never seen dual guidance before. I literally just told you that. I forgot that was on there. Oh, it's still. Oh, Jalen. Yo, who Jalen? Jalen just came out of nowhere. I see you, baby. I see you. Jalen said, I want some of this. Jalen's in the game now. Fuck that. I've seen these names. I don't know. Jalen just pulled up, bro. Jalen just pulled up ready to go. All right. Are you ready? Question 6. You got Little Red on the spy. Quiz. He is risen rally refers to what? The last time we had an Easter rally, bankers taking off for the holiday, slower market due to the holidays, or a short-term bounce after Easter. He is risen rally, mentioned twice this week. Literally made up by me. That's why you had to watch the watch list. Oh, hopefully you didn't fall for the first one. Yes, this is what I was talking about a short-term bounce after Easter. So a lot of people, even then, you're here right now into the last day. We're still holding up. The earnings have been decent. If the buybacks come on and no bad or things get worse, people are looking for a temporary rally. He is risen rally. So, what? Jalen, where'd you go? Oh, and Devin and Dave. Oh, dude. I can only imagine what it's like under there, bro. I feel like there is a lot of people competing for top 4 and 5. And y'all need to knock these 3 guys out. Connor is still fighting, bro. You got Connor on his back foot. You took the lead from him. Oh, my goodness. Are you ready? It's ugly down here. What's it like at the bottom? Who's at the bottom right now? Who is number 500? IMF tells investors Senegal waiver for economic data not expected. I don't know what that is. Okay, next question. 7. According to Scott Bessent, he and Jerome Powell get what weekly? Guidance, briefings, expectations, breakfast. Oh, breakfast. Yeah. So literally, random ass question. It seems fake. No, this is real. So why I brought this up on the watch list, because we were live and I started showing you guys clips of an important Scott Bessent interview. And he outlined the schedule. He talked about Jerome Powell, and he brought up all these things, and we started laughing because he did mention breakfast alongside saying it's not a break glass scenario and pretty much saying he's not really worried about everything. But, yeah, the answer was breakfast. Oh, 100-point lead by Nappy. Samuel. Oh, the return of Samuel. Oh, Samuel said, nah, bro. Samuel said, I gave up $800 last game. I'm coming back. You know that. Every person in the top 4 passed up $3,000. You know that? Every person right now already said no to $3,000 last week. I know. I can't make this up. This is real. Oh, except for Joey. Yeah, I think Devin, some people were up there. Oh, man. All right, number 6. Tough. You want to score streak at 3 or 8. True or false? This chart shows you retail sales is a buy indicator, as the performance 12 months later is usually positive. So I showed this exact chart on the watch list. I think Wednesday or Tuesday. This chart shows you retail sales is a buy indicator, as the performance 12 months later is usually positive. True or false? Oh, you guys are all wrong. Why? Because that chart was not retail sales. That chart was consumer sentiment. So you got the chart, but you had to listen. Yeah, the answer is consumer sentiment. So same reasoning, I just swapped out with retail sales because they are different. Remember, consumer sentiment is soft data. Retail sales is hard data. There's a really big difference, even though Wall Street wants to say there's not. Whoa, HRB! HRB! HRB, boys. Oh, I whiffed. Oh, did I? Oh, did I? I whiffed. I think. Come on, Phil. No. All right, I got one. It only got me 2 of them, though. Fuck. All right, not bad. Literally, HRB. It might be a scam, though. That looked like a buyout. That's why I jumped so fast. But keep that one on watch. Oh, now it's down. Okay. Oh, just tax customer data. Kind of makes sense. All right. Remember, don't close the game. I want to see the score after that now. Well, that was a dud. Dude, all right. What happened to the score there? Oh, that fucked everybody up, huh? Nappy and Connor and Joey. Oh, Jalen's back. Let's go, baby. Are you ready? Here it is. Question 9. Given the illiquidity of EWJ, another unconventional way to trade Japan would be through TLT, yen, EWW, or TM. Ta-da! Toyota. Yeah. So this is what we had on the watch list. We were talking about it in depth. It was kind of funny because I was saying I want EWJ. We talked about the Japanese deal. And then I was saying everything was a liquid. And I was saying, ironically, Toyota, that's the one that you can trade pretty much as a way to replicate. So we'll see. Oh, Jalen's on a mission, dude. Oh, I think Jalen, bro, Jalen, I would love to watch a comeback right now. You know that, Jalen? I always root for the underdog, Jalen. Jalen, run it, baby. Even Edgar. Where'd Edgar come from? Oh, man, let's go. Are you ready? Question number 10, I think, or 11. 10. The arch nemesis was mentioned alongside Airbnb stock to watch after airline earnings. HLT, MAR, BKNG, or H. I think play number 3, maybe? Damn. Y'all just lying to him in the chat? Oh, I was right? Oh, I didn't know. This is hard. Marriott. Yeah. So we talked about Airbnb and travel, and if earnings are good, I said just watch all of them. And I did reference Marriott as the arch nemesis of Airbnb. Oh, Nappy. Jalen. Oh, Jalen. Let's go. I see you just got to DDoS Connor and then get the next one right as soon as possible. Okay, 2 more questions. That's it, boys. It's anybody's game, really. I think Nappy could still lose. Are you ready? Here it is. Play. The game point, I think. Oh, no, we got 3 more. This chart is evidence that nobody knows anything. Volatility is at the highest in years. That analysts are confident in a rebound. That analysts are behind the market. Oh, more people. Wow. Can it be both? Well, I'm sure it could be both, but every time I bring up these questions, these are usually based off of something I said directly. Zeta, pop. Yo, Zeta. They've already moved all those options. What's going on with Zeta? Let me check. I don't see anything yet. That's a 2.5. It just sucks because that other one was a fake one. Oh, there's a 13G earlier. Yeah, Zeta on the high. And then SPY even drop in. U.S. State Department cutting funds for NATO is absurd. Yeah, literally, bro. You're about to get into power hour. Yeah, you're actually moving right there. Hot dog. All right, you ready? I think we only have 2 more. Oh, it's an 87-point gap between number 1 and not. Wow. And Jalen could still win. Holy shit. Remember, only one person is getting something. Top 3, top 5, you'll be able to access the next game. But, oh, yeah. This is it. Winner take all. 2 more questions. Yeah, Mark is tweaking right there. I'm checking. I don't see a headline. 12 of 13. The irony of the weekend rumor regarding chips in NVIDIA was that they are exempt. The chips aren't even the most up-to-date. DeepSeek renders them useless. Or they knew about the ban around the same time. Oh, wow. Wow. Wow, more people got it wrong. Wow. Yeah, they knew about the ban. This was kind of something I took you a while. I explained it on the watch list. And I was saying how I was like, it's funny. I hyped it up. I was like, dude, the whole weekend rumor was about a chip exemption. And then we found out a filing later that NVIDIA, they already knew about the ban. That was why it was so ironic. Ta-da! Final question. Nappy, all you got to do is get it right, and you win. Connor, you just got to beat him, and you win. You got to be faster. Speed is of the utmost importance. Devin, you fought hard, baby. You fought Yell again. Remember, they popped on L'Oreal. Edgar, Joey, oh, you got showed out. Where'd Jalen go? Come on, Jalen. Yeah, what the hell? The final question. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here it is. Type your answer. The sad reality of economics is that even after an exhaustive and factual discussion, the answer is always... Oh yeah, they're slow on that one. There's a big gap. Now that question might have changed everything. Oh, I think that one changed everything, bro. These questions are only hard if you don't listen. That's what I'm saying. Some of y'all, that's it. It might be clapping you. Wow, only 20 people got that. The answer is always, it depends. It's actually one of the first things I learned in economics. Trump spoken to Kevin Warsh about potentially firing Powell before his term and electing Warsh to become replacement. Yo, Wall Street Journal is saying Trump is going to replace him, bro. Yeah. WSJ. Yeah, they're saying Trump has privately discussed firing Fed Chair Powell. Then, if people are going to take that serious, then we'll dump. Yeah, that's not good. It just depends if people take it serious or not. Does that make sense? Because you already heard all of that this morning, but now they're putting this one out. Might be done. All right. Oh, yeah, that was the last one. I forgot. Let's see the results. I had to stream alert that. Okay, back up. Here it is. Podium. Number 3, Joey Cacamo. Save this, okay? Connor! Nappy Fresh. Oh, that was good. That was good. So was that Edgar? I don't know who's 4 and 5. It doesn't claim rewards. So save it. If you are top 5, top 6, just screenshot it now. You might need it. Otherwise, Connor, Joey, and Nappy. Let me see. You were up there. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know how to I think there's a way I could go back and check everybody's individual results. Oh wow, next time we could do teams. Yeah, it's not there. State Department, Congo partnership on minerals, and then Market just chilling there. Well, Chattadonia. That's it. Nappy. I don't know if you already have stream alerts, but email me. I'll give you a coupon for 1 free month. And send me your PayPal. You'll also get $100. You did it, baby. And everybody else, if that really did feel difficult, you just got to pay attention, man. I'm telling you, it's one thing to get free stream alerts or some money. But I literally, at the very least, there was a couple of plays that you could have got out of it. And that's what I'm saying here, man. I think some of this stuff, it just goes to show a lot happens during the week. There's a lot to remember. Like I'm saying, all of these questions, right off the top of my head, I could tell you there's a whole context related to them. And there's a lot of things that are going on in the world. So that's why I say, premiums are higher. Sure. So again, latest headline was Wall Street Journal, little quick negative, and then up, but bonds went down. No, it's because he said Airbnb. I said condo. I meant coupon. I mean, shit. I do one day we might play for a condo. I told you that earlier. That is my goal. It's negative because if Powell gets fired, that's a very uncertain thing. It might mean rate cuts, but at first it's going to mean upsetting a lot of people and injecting a level of uncertainty you've never seen before. When was the last time you saw a Fed chair get fired? So what do you think that'll do to people who are uncertain? That's crazy. The premiums are higher. Put premiums just went up. Put premiums are higher here than right here. Oh, we still have that other free spy call. And we'll sell that, get the last $15. Our boy Powell, yeah. Well, I was going to tell you guys earlier, Warsh advised against firing Powell. But this is what I was saying because this conversation just keeps coming up. And someone was like, dude, do you think that Powell did good objectively? And I do. I think most of what Powell had to deal with in the last 8 years, he handled more than anybody. But at the end of the day, it's like he handled all that. Just email your PayPal and email the screenshot of your account so I could see you are nappy fresh. You got to have the P of V view. Yeah, he did good in many ways, but I just said it because This last year, he did terrible. I can't lie. He caved to the politics. And this is the part that I don't think people understand. I'm having these talks with 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds, and they are literally acting as if this is normal. And it's not. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, do you understand? I don't think a lot of people, I think this political media world has fucked a lot of people up. Because at the end of the day, that is a very egregious move to cut rates ahead of an election. You don't just do that. Do you understand? That is so serious. And I think so many people have devalued that. Or they don't, they're literally glossing it over, so they don't understand what I'm saying. When I'm telling you, I'm like, no, bro, you don't just do that. You don't get half of a political party, Elizabeth Warren writing letters and then flip-flopping. You don't, Powell was supposed to do nothing. And like, because again, the data did nothing. Everything did nothing. It was all cap. You see what I'm saying? But that's why it's like, it's really, that was a really big thing. That's why it's so legacy scarring. And that's why I'm saying he did good. He did very, very good prior. And he handled a lot of things. And I respect the guy immensely. Think he's a good guy. One of the best Fed chairs we have ever had. But that last 6 months, last year, it was really wrong. It wasn't okay. It was not, like I told you, even to this moment right now, all of these moves benefit rich people. Even all of Wall Street that's getting rate cuts in Europe, they have the ability to move their money and take advantage of that. They're the ones who already front ran all of it. They Fed cuts rate, mortgages went up. You know what I'm saying? All of these things, it didn't help anybody. All it did was hurt Americans. And now with Trump's policy, Trump didn't help. And then now he's making it worse. It's very odd when he was already willing to make such a powerful move ahead of one of the biggest events in the world. You get what I'm saying? He wasn't supposed to move then. I could believe you not moving now, but no, he already moved, dude. He fucked it up. He shouldn't have done that. He should have stayed neutral. He should not have given anybody cause to have this conversation, and he did. He did with a double rate cut, and look at the world since then. It's so many things have happened, and looking back, it looks even worse. Every time I look back at that September rate cut, it gets uglier and uglier. Because it's like, what were you guys really thinking then? What was the real goal? So, unfortunately, everything but that, he did good. But that right there, I think it tainted his legacy a little bit. Or at least for me, I could say he objectively is a good Fed chair, did better than most, but that was a bad move, a very bad move. And if you don't understand the seriousness of it, you should see the history. People don't do that, and they're not. And there was drama around it in the 70s and 80s, but and that person never lived it down, and it still got brought up to this day. It's like that was a very big move he did. He let it get in his way. He let the politics change things, and he changed on politics. And the results were only benefiting rich people in politics. And it wasn't good. And it was everything else you could debate. I could defend him, but that was his fatal flaw. How many times has the Fed pumped the market before an election? You tell me. You could assume election years are good, and they usually are, but the Fed stays out of it. They could talk, they could do whatever, but they don't cut rates, dude. That's what I'm saying. They all run up on the anticipation, but they don't cut rates by 50 basis points and then revise all the data 2 months later and then insist on, oh, no, we can't do that. Huh? So, yeah, it's not. Historically, that doesn't occur. That's why I'm saying if you don't understand that, you may gloss over that and be like, what? All he did was respond to this, and all he did was, no. He did it right before. That's it. I'm not assuming political bias. I'm just saying you're not supposed to touch anything. That's all. You guys are all defending touching the sacred statue. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, you touched the statue. You weren't supposed to do it. You know, many tekel, my brother. The writing is on the wall. You can't do, he wasn't supposed to do that. You weren't supposed to drink from that cup. You can't mock it. You can't do you're not supposed to. And he did it. You see what I'm saying? He touched it. Whether it was politics or not, assuming that box has been opened now. He should have kept it closed. And he could have. Because the data, the economy, the fact he's not willing to cut now, all of these are evidence that they should have never touched the mantle. There was no reason to. He knows. Everybody knew. Everybody knows you can't do that. That's what I'm saying. It's not the fact that we're living, and then, yeah, he's not a dumb guy. He's smarter than everybody. Like, he's a good guy. That's what I'm saying. Most of the time, I agree with him, you know, and I think he did great. I still don't think he did bad. I'm just telling you that was the sin, bro. That was the thing that just changed how you're going to view this man forever, sadly. Because the longer you go in history, that's going to be the only thing that remains. You get it? When all of you are 20 years older from now, you might forget all the little details, but you're going to remember that. Promise you. All the history books will. Everybody will. Because you don't do that. And it's on history, it's only happened 2 or 3 times. And every time was again, last time they did it, they were fucking removing us from the gold standard. So, yeah. The top banana. I love it. All right, I got some of your emails. I'll get those sent. Six-year-old deposit. Let's go, baby. Hey, man. Only makes it. All I'm saying, though, is that we live in the generation right now where motherfuckers think that we could argue about this. And they're trying to gloss over it like it was normal, but it wasn't. And I'm dying on this hill, you guys. I studied this my whole fucking life. This is everything I care about, politics and money. This is my degree and Powell. And he did what he shouldn't have done. That's it. It's just I don't think people really know enough history to weight this as it should be. And that's why I think so many people are, I'm overlooking transitory, dude. Transitory was bad, but, like, I get it. That's fine. Like, for real. Transitory, in the scope of it, all right, they should have just raised rates sooner. But, again, that was all after an election. Do you get it? Powell could have done whatever he wanted afterwards, like every other Fed chair. But he's now put himself in the category of people who made a major decision ahead of it. I can't believe Trump still won. That's what you guys are missing. You don't remember? They cut the rates and they were like, yeah, good for families. Even Elizabeth Warren was happy. They thought they were going to get you high ahead of the election off of that. That's crazy. That's what I'm saying, man. It's not good. I don't think they thought he would win. I don't think they would have let Powell do that if they thought Trump was really going to win. Because I'm telling you, bro, it's such a big deal. And it's funny because 6 months later, I've had so many conversations and people asking me about Powell, but I'm like, dude, that was the only thing. That's the only glaring red flag of Powell was that. And it's flashing red because it was like, whoa, he really did do that. Now, you could argue they wanted to change to alter public opinion. Again, that's an argument. But at the end of the day, he opened Pandora's box. And he could have just waited Clearly, the data, no data. I mean, you listen, unless you want to cut rates now, I don't know why you wanted to do it back then. But on that note, let's free the chats. Let's free the chat. And then you came down. Where are those at? No, the premiums actually didn't even go up that much. It's crazy. Possible Biden tricked him. I don't know. The point is, he shouldn't have done it. Powell's a smart guy. Believe me. There's been many things that I've said, and Powell will say it, and many things I've thought, and then Powell will add info that I'm like, whoa, he's a smart guy. That man knows more than I do. I guarantee it. And if I know enough to know that you shouldn't have, I would have never, nobody would have done that. I'm telling you, if you got beat by your parents and actually believed in consequences, and you have a law degree, and you actually swore an oath to the fucking triple beam and justice and understanding this, you would never do that, bro. You would never do that ever. You would just say, I'll do it after. I will wait till afterwards. Anybody with an ounce of like respect for the institution. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's weird. Because you have to respect, like, again, I'm the guy who I talk my shit, fuck you, fuck everybody. I'm all that you, if I'm talking to you about respect of an institution and integrity of it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He violated it. And there's not real precedent to do it. It's not unprecedented. Others have done it, and because of what happened, that's why this is why you have this reaction. So baby Kurt, what up, baby Kurt? So yeah, it's just like, it's really, really crazy. But it's over. And like I'm saying though, I still think he did a good job, but that was his I can't overlook that. And I do think that surprisingly it should have had a bigger consequence, but I think you're paying for it in a different way today. I don't know. We'll never know. Maybe 20 years from now, he'll tell us. But other than that, we'll never really know the answer. It's baffling, though. Baffling. You just ran off of excitement. Baby Kurt. I don't think trade deal over the weekend. People got really hyped on that idea. Now the latest Wall Street Journal is that there was a serious discussion to fire Powell. He ate, dude, I'm telling you. I think the best example is Many Tekel. So this is a Bible story about, there was like a dinner, and then there's these kings, and then there's like the king's son, and they're very disrespectful. And there's this like special cup. It's like a special thing for God that's supposed to be honored, right? And then these guys are like, nah, bro, we're kings. They're like, drink from it. And they're like, yeah, come on. And they use all of the silverware they shouldn't have used, right? And they disrespect the institution. They disrespect the tradition, right? Okay, you're coming down again. Like I'm saying, this is all from there. Sadly, the premium sucked. Okay, now they went up a little bit, but just a second ago, if you even bought right here, you were like 5% up. Now you're going 20 or 30, but it's still dangerous on the SPY. I would go for individuals if you really want to play this, or just short the bonds. Because if Powell gets fired, the bonds will blow up, and that'll break the bonds until someone fixes it. So low-key, if you want to play bad, that's why I said this morning, because I was telling you the bond market's broken, because that Powell news should have made TLT dump, and then it held up. But now it's coming, now it's a lot lower, but still, that's the play for Powell. If you really think he'll get fired or more drama, short the bond, short TLT. But yeah, so they drink from this cup, they disrespect it, and then all of a sudden, an invisible hand or a hand comes up and starts writing on the wall. And then they all die. Something like that. And then he writes, an invisible hand writes on the wall, many, many tekel. And that's literally where the phrase, the writing is on the wall, comes from. It's from the story in the Bible. Because it's literally the hand writes on the wall. And they can't read the writing on the wall. And then Daniel comes in and interprets the writing on the wall. And the writing on the wall is you guys are going to lose everything. See what I'm saying? Why short? Because there'll be uncertainty first. Eventually, just like I was telling you with the TLT blowing up, it dies and then it goes up. You see what I'm saying? So even if you think there's rate cuts coming, there's probably going to be a drop before the cut. Are you feeling me? TLT will go down before its major run up. Always. Go look at any other time we played it. But in this case especially, I think it's short TLT and then go long. Because you have to short the bonds to break the idea. And then once the idea is broken because of bonds, then they'll go to correct it and bring up the bonds. Ta-da. Damn, you just gave up all of it on that. So go look at this stream. I should have played that one. Fuck. Actually hit. It was a little slower, but it hit. Yeah, that stream alert, bro. If you jumped on it, I didn't make it play. I just put out the news and I said, "What? See if the market eats that up." But yeah, those plays went up 60 now. And then you're right at open. Love it. Love it. On VIX, no. I think maybe TLT, pick a couple names, and then we do have to wait till the weekend, though. It all depends on how it actually plays out. That, my friend, is the problem. Uncle, oh, you have a lot of Uncle. Uncle wrote a rap. I was with him. I helped him out. Me and Uncle were writing Joe Biden raps after yesterday. Okay, I'm banning you. You weren't genuinely asking me. That's a joke, Caesar. That was all an attempt to comment on my voice. I already banned the other liberal ahead of you. So, shame on you. You know me better than that. I don't know why that was all that. You can't. Don't try to fucking conceal it behind Uncle. That's crazy. That's a damn shame. But that don't mean my plans change. Maybe just the landscape. I did what I said without a handshake. I didn't go on vacation. I was going to go to Joshua Tree, and then I couldn't. Well, I'm going to go somewhere today. So I chilled at home for today. But I'm leaving after this. I don't think we could hang out. I don't think I'm going to have I don't know if we'll have after hours. I do want to play a game of COD, but I don't really have to get there, but I do. I just don't want to miss the sunset. I'm a little fruity. I know. I like my sunsets, bro. Isn't that funny? My whole day, I'm planning it around the sunset. You know that? Because I just want to see it from this crib, bro. This crib is insane. And it has the craziest view. And I even told my girl, because she wanted me to take her to like a favorite restaurant, and it's on the way. And I was just like, listen, baby girl, I need that sunset. So, yeah. That's what we got to do. That's a Thanos move. No, I'm not proposing. Can I discuss the best play I did this week? No. Chad could tell you if they liked it, but I would hate to brag about myself. I didn't do as good as the other weeks, but I came out good. Especially after today. Today hit, bro. Yesterday I was all fumbling, selling too early and shit. I still sold a couple early, but oh dude, I've been fucking. Today we were swinging, dude. What was the other one? And then I bought for the long term, NVO. Why am I not married? Because I take it very seriously. I think some of you should too. I think some of you, I wish you dated the girl for 1 extra year, damn it. But yeah, I don't play with it. I think it's a very serious thing. If I'm going to let somebody in my life, in my ear, my mind, my affections, my emotions, everything, I'm going to make sure, you know. Made you feel better. You had your head stuck on the chart. Reaffirm the macro. Go clean my mom's pool. Do it, bro. Bro, today's boring. Today's already over. Trust me. You only got you want me to leave? I'll leave right now, bro. If you're telling me you guys are going to stress out, I'll leave right now then. Fuck it. Because you don't need to do anything right now. I mean, you're going down. I did tell you if you were here, we got the WSJ thing. I had a play. I should have taken it. But that one hit 60, 70. The other ones all hit today, though, too. So I'd figure it out. I am kind of mad. I had it, bro. It's still on my screen. I don't know when I want kids. I don't really. I don't know, though. I'm kind of starting to feel like Elon. So if I don't end up marrying this girl, I think I'm going to just do Elon. I'm going to just find like 10 girls. I'm going to pay them, put them on child support just to have 10 little Joshes, and then call it a day. So we'll see what happens. But other than that, no other plans. Oh, no, I'm dead serious. I already told my girlfriend. I already told her this. I was kidding at first, and then I was like, you know what? No, that might be it. So it's one or the other. Yeah, I'm going to go full Nick Cannon, or that's it. I'm going to live. I'll be a perfect conservative example, or I'm going to go full Nick Cannon. 100%. Yep. Nick Cannon got an NFL team. He really got it, bro. He really do got, like, he have at least a full starting 5 and bench. And he plays, oh, that's up to you, big dog. That's up to you, big dog. Okay, they just wanted to rob that. I see Hamas rejects interim peace, but literally those contracts just started running and then it, whoop. Gotta love it. Why do we stop the earnings plays? Things just got really volatile, amongst other things, but I started posting them on my Twitter whenever we'd play them. And then, yeah, I mean, a lot of this year kind of made an effort to put the ball in your court. I might be live tomorrow. I mean, we're not going to have a normal day, but I have a couple of things to do. But if I find some time, I'll go live on Worst Case Instagram for a little bit. I think if nothing bad happens over the weekend, if we get good developments, we get one positive trade deal, oh, man, that'd be great. But, and then again, he is risen rally. I'm not going to Joshua Tree. I wanted to, but, dude, MSGM, whatever this is. I don't know. Me and my girl got the idea for a little bit, and then we just kept watching videos, and, like, I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about it. And then there was one house I wanted to go to, and then it got booked, and I was like, all right, fuck that. I'm going to miss your birthday? No. Lori. Well, if I do go live, that'll be the first thing. Hard happy birthday. I'll try not to miss it. I can't believe another one, baby. And then where's Robbie at, bro? How old is Robbie now? I swear he's gonna be a fucking grown man. Next time you're like, it's his birthday. He'll be like, what's up? I'm Robbie. I'm 18 now. Okay, he's 11. Robbie's 11. I swear though, he's low key growing up on the Chad. Amen. Amen. Well, happy birthday. I said I'm gonna try to be live. I will try. I'm gonna bring my computer and stuff, but I'll have my Instagram. I'll have my glasses. I don't know if you guys want to. We can go live from the pool. I don't know if you got, but some of y'all just look at my feet a little too much. NVO fell today on Eli Lilly having a good weight loss trial. So anytime the competitor does good, they do bad. I don't know. I like that theory one of the Chad said, where he said maybe they're just waiting to get all these deals in play before they, like, announce them all. That'd be good. All right, man. You only got 30 minutes. It's dead. Bro, you're right at open. That's what I'm saying. Go home, you guys. Go. Leave. For real. If you're going to lose your money on any of this, we have 30 minutes for a random news play. But other than that, bro, like, look at the market right now. Everybody left. Everybody has already left. Oh, yeah. We have Netflix after the bell. Oh, dude. That's crazy. Well, shit. I'm going to go get ready. Is that weird? Because I think I'm going to just start getting ready. Oh, we didn't do the Bloomberg quiz. I don't know if it's out yet. What happened to Nigel? You don't remember what happened to Nigel? So Nigel was in Australia during the time, and then the world put on these very, very extreme vaccine requirements. You remember that? The unconstitutional ones that no 20-year-old cried about and actually used it against their peers to punish them. Oh, I remember. Oh, that's weird. But you remember that? So Australia was really bad, and Nigel was from Australia. So then they started paying Nigel money to not work and to stay, and then they were like, until you get, and they're like, until you do that, you can't work. And then Nigel was like, what? But my body, my choice. And they said, no, it's not, Nigel. And then Nigel started getting paid more money to be at home than go to work, and then I never saw Nigel again. That's it. It was all because of that. That's literally what happened to Nigel. He was just following the law. And now I've never seen him. I know, bro. It's crazy. I think he got injured, probably. We just don't even know. I don't even think you're allowed to tell anybody. Elmo was here yesterday. I swear Elmo was here this morning. I swear Elmo was here this morning. Ask the Twitch. Wasn't Elmo there? I swear Elmo was on the Twitch earlier. The Legend of Nigel. Coming to a theater near you. Poor Nigel, I know. Poor Nigel. So sad for this real human being who lost his job, got punished, had to go through for this real life individual Nigel who had to go through all of this. So terrible. So terrible. It would have been much more bearable if this was fake. Man, like imagine if they did this to real people. Yeah, Pony Montana was around, and then Donald Trump, I think, deported him, though. So that's the other negative. We had Pony. Pony was chilling, bro. But Pony was making a killing. You know that, Pony Montana, bro. He was making a killing off of the illegal options trade. Oh, dude, he was making a killing. And then, he got deported right away. I was like, damn, bro. Fuck. I think Elmo's the only one that survived, now that I think about it. The illegal options trade. I'm glad somebody got that. I know what they're up to. The illegal options trade. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Yeah. Fucking this one. This one's for Tony. Libertad! Libertad! Oh, yeah. Okay, Rapenga. Oh. Okay, you want to mess around? I don't care about your pony. Say hello to my little friend. Okay. Okay, yeah. Oh. Rapenga. What? That's pretty close to the scene, bro. It's pretty close to the scene. I mixed in two of them, but yeah. Yeah, market's closed tomorrow. Wrap it up. You only got 30 minutes.
That's what it was. Smoot-Hawley. Yeah, Smoot-Hawley in the 1930s.
Okay, hold on. I'll be right back.
So the other thing, of course, is the ECB cut interest rates for a 7th time today. It dropped the word restrictive when describing its monetary policy. Most economists expect another cut in June. Is the European Central Bank ahead of the curve or behind the curve in confronting what it calls expected headwinds?
Now, a fundamental observation is these tariffs have very different implications for the European economy than they do for the U.S. For the U.S., it's stagflationary, higher inflation, weaker growth. For Europe, it's an adverse demand shock, weaker growth, lower inflation. And what you're seeing is the ECB get ahead of the tariff shock. And then at the same time, going into this shock, the European economy was softer, inflation was on a downward trajectory, and the ECB is responding. So I don't want to say one is ahead of the other. It's more that the economic situation and the set of challenges facing the economy is much different in Europe than it is in the United States, and more skewed toward economic weakness.
It's kind of interesting, too. I mean, we've heard from several Fed members who've basically said what you just said, and that's a part of the reason why they're saying, look, we're going to stand pat right now. Jay Powell seemed to ratify that, if not reiterate his previous comments at the Economic Club of Chicago the other day. Is there some sense that the Fed does have it right, that maybe patience at this moment in time is the actual virtue?
Well, that's very much my view, that, you know, the Fed has two objectives. One is low inflation, and the other one is job creation and solid growth. And the tariffs are working against both those objectives. So what do? Up front, you wait and see, and you assess which side of the mandate, which goal is more in jeopardy. But being patient up front is absolutely the right strategy for Jay Powell. And I would further say, given where inflation is, for him to be underscoring that he's going to fight inflation is the right policy. And maybe what that does is it helps anchor inflation expectations. And if inflation expectations stay where they are, then he's going to be able to cut sooner. It may allow him to get to a cutting trajectory more rapidly.
Okay, well, that's assuming he's around, because as you may have heard, that the President of the United States doesn't necessarily agree with some of the policy, I guess, decisions or lack of decisions, if you will. President Trump, earlier today, social media posts basically saying the Fed should be cutting rates. Powell is too late. He was asked about it at the White House earlier today when he was meeting with Giorgia Meloni. He said Jay Powell is terrible. And now there's a Wall Street Journal article that seems to suggest, citing unidentified sources, that for weeks they've been trying to lay the groundwork for removing Powell before his term ends. What would that do, or what message would that send to the markets if he were removed before his May 2026 departure date?
Central bank independence is absolutely an anchor for the economy and for the financial markets. And if we were to see the administration, in one way or another, take a meaningful step to compromise that independence or to violate that independence, I think we'd be in a place where the market volatility that we've seen over the past month or so would merely be the first course to a much, much larger and more challenging kind of downturn. There is a risk as we pursue policy after policy that's been previously uncontemplated, and we have it with the tariffs. If we now cross the Rubicon on central bank independence as well, that we start seriously and permanently undermining confidence in the economy and the markets.
Another form of undermining central bank independence is if perhaps Jay Powell or at the Fed or whoever else at the Fed does submit to what the president wants and cuts interest rates. And the goal from the administration is to see lower rates. Is that what they would get if the Fed were to cut rates right now?
You guys are cute.
Candidly, I think the answer to that is no.
So do you see the problem with that talk that I had with you earlier? About all the Powell thing, and they're like, oh, the Fed independence. That's the whole point. The Fed independence was already violated in September, October, or whatever. Ta-da. We already did that. Why are we... You see what I'm saying? So, we'll see, man. We'll see you're back from hiatus. Well, amen, baby. I hope it's a long-term thing from here on out, baby. Amen. Amen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm hungry. I didn't eat a protein today. I am lacking protein. Richest man in Babylon or intelligent investor? Definitely richest man in Babylon. Easy. It's kind of hard because it's like old English, but it's 90 pages. That's it. I was explaining that to my girl. I was telling my richest man in Babylon story to my girl because I remember I posted it. Dude, did y'all see that shit? Bro, I found a crazy ass spa last week. I was vibing, bro. Where that shit at? Look at this shit, bro. Hanging garden ass shit. Look at this. Look at this. That shit's on my head, bro. I film from my eyes. I'm short. That's why the view's so low. Bro, no, it was dope. It was really, really dope. I loved it. I think this is why I like spas and shit, to be honest. I mean, I work really hard and I like my rest, but other than that, I was explaining to my girl how, like, when I read Richest Man in Babylon, I was young, and I'll never forget. My brother gave me the book. What happened, it was actually hilarious because we were driving one day. It was at night. I think it was like New Year's or Christmas or something. And my brother, remember I was just telling you earlier, I was like, he was kind of a bum. Like, he would kind of like, it took him a while before, like, he would just chill at home. He wouldn't grind. He wasn't work. He's older than me. And all of a sudden, this guy just started listening to fucking self-help books, bro. You know that? And I was clowning on him. That's how you know, like, this. We had no idea what it was, bro. I'm like clowning on him. Because, like, we're driving in the car one day, and, like, he's driving us home, and I'm, like, laying there in the back, and I'm, like, hearing this audio book, and this guy's like, "You're 10% of all you earn is yours to keep." And I'm like, what are you listening to? I'm like, what? And he's like, nah, hear this out, bro. Trust me. And then, like, I listened to the first part on my way back home with him. And I was laughing, making fun of him at first. By the time we pull into the house, I'm like, yo, where is that? I'm like, that thing is good. I was like, hold up. So then he had the book. And then he gave me this book. And I remember it was like a week or so later, we ended up going on vacation. And I was with my family. And I remember, and this is when I was like, it was just me pretty much. Like, I had, like, my siblings, they were all older, and, like, I don't know, was I, like, 16 maybe? I don't know, something like 16 or 17. I'm telling you, it changed everything in my life ever since it was at the perfect moment. But I started, like, I'm in the car with my parents, like, going on vacation with my parents. I'm, like, a teenager, and I'm like, all right, fuck this. And I'm reading this book, Richest Man in Babylon, on the way over. And I'm like, dude, I'm just pounding this book. I'm like, this is great. This is amazing. And I'm like locked in, bro. I was in my own little world. I've never been like that. Like, it was hard to describe. Like, I think the only time I've ever felt like that was music, where you, like, listen to a song or a beat or something. And I was like, dude, this is crazy. And then that whole week on vacation, all I am doing, I'm in a spa reading Richest Man of Babylon. Because our membership, it came with a free spa. I've never been to a spa before. Again, we did not have money growing up. So this little hotel, it came with a free spa. And you got to, like, get a robe. You got to go, sauna, steam room, the jacuzzi thing, all that shit, right? So I'm in there this whole fucking week. Every time I'm going to the pool with the book. I'm in the spa with the book. I'm in the sauna literally reading Richest Man of Babylon. So I was explaining this to my girl because she had this book with her when we were at the spa last week, and I was telling her, I was like, girl, this is your moment to, like, lock in. Because I'm like, man, you have no idea. Like, a good book, yeah, in a sauna, bro. That shit changed my life, bro. I have no other way to explain it, but you find something good, you relax, just go lay down and find a good book, man. I think some of you would be shocked, you know? That's it. The pages get all mucky. It's okay. Don't worry. I'll buy you another one. I'll buy you a Richest Man. If you haven't read Richest Man, I would go do that. I would go chill, man. Go outside. Go somewhere you're comfortable. Bro, you just rip out of nowhere just to get back to the opening candle? I'm sending it around because I don't know how to value it. That's the problem. So when these properties, I took the $795 you sent a square foot, and I'm asking some people around what they would charge me if I wanted to add to it and shit, and then what would be the comp rate. But that's the problem. You know, the bigger properties, I can't really comp that house, you know what I'm saying, or that property. Once you start dealing with bigger ones, so if they're patient, otherwise, if they do have another offer, don't let me hold them up. But I'm trying to figure out if $795, I don't know if that's legit or not. What's so special about the crib I'm going to? It's on top of the world. That's why. So he wanted this. This guy's been trying to sell me this house for 5 years. I told him to put it on Airbnb, and then he just started doing it. And it made him good money, but he's been trying to sell it, but he's kind of a crackhead. I love the guy, but he thinks he bought it. I told him to fucking get this thing back in the day because I was like, this area is so cheap. And then he bought it. And then now it's worth a lot. And I said I'll buy it from him. But I was like, I'm not going to give it to you at fucking... He wants like full market value. And he was like, no. I added this. I did this. He was like, just stay at it. And I was like, okay, I'll stay at it. But I told him my offer. But it's so beautiful. It's like modern. He remodeled a ton of it. But then like literally it's on a mountain. And you're above the clouds. I can't explain it, bro. It's like, that's why I want to see the sunset. So like your bedroom and like you're outside, you walk out, you will be above the clouds. So like clouds will be below you. I can't explain it. I'll take a picture. You'll see it. But it's dope. Oh, I do need a jacket. I did not think about that. California. No, it's not in San Diego. We got a mission. We about to mission. Utah is beautiful. I just hate the service industry in Utah. I've never been to such bad restaurants in my life. Everywhere I went, everywhere in Utah was just slow and everybody was pissed off. I was like, I thought you guys are all Mormons. Why are you so mad? But yeah, I can't do it, bro. Your store has 50% off Canada Goose jackets. Why don't you just resell them? Because I don't want Chads to go buy a $1,000 puffer jacket. But why don't you just buy them and resell them if you're allowed to? Utah is incredible. It's just a shame it's located in Utah. I feel you. No, I like Utah a lot. I really do. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. It's like beautiful. It's like actually like that shit like takes you back. Like it's shocking how like your eyes like it's like whoa. It's cool. It's a beautiful place. Oh, you own the store? It's a resale, man. So you just trying to sell us some shit. See, you trying to sell me a $1,000 jacket. That's why I was like, wait, why don't you go do it? Bill Ackman says he has 19.8% stake of Hertz. No, the houses in Utah are very expensive, especially near any of the ski resorts. I'm sorry, it's okay. But here's what you can do. If you ever have anything that you want to sell to the Chads and it's like a legit good deal, I will let you promote that. That's what I'm always about. That's why I tell all these companies when they hit me up. Like every trading company, every gambling, they all want me to promote something. And I just say, listen, give it to my viewers. So if you're going to give me all this money to talk about it, how about you just hook them up and call it a day? And if you really got a good product, I think I have a good community that will support you. But it has to be a good product. Very simple. So if you got shit you want to sell, but like hook somebody up, bro, and I would love to promote it. You know what I'm saying? If you got items or you're like, this just came in and it's at like a good price, maybe even where a Chad could make some money or get equity in what they're buying, I would love to promote that. Otherwise, I ain't going to tell a homie to buy $1,000 jacket. Nah, bro. Go get a house. I got a house for $9,000 before. We could do it. You got to save that up 9 more times. We got it. It is. 50% off a Canada Goose isn't a bad deal. But then if you don't know what a Canada Goose is, it's still going to be $1,000 half off. So as long as it's a good deal, I'm down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hook them up, bro. You work with them to clear their excess product out. The value of I don't even want to look, bro. I flipped it. I lived in it for a little. I used it as like a community house. We actually had people just living in it. And then I made like $100,000-$200,000 off it. I bought it at like $360, sold it at like $470 or $550 or something. And then it's worth like $1 million now. OST flush. I need to go pee. I didn't pee. We only have 10 minutes. I went to go pack my bags.
Customers satisfied.
Mercedes unveils new CLA.
Of getting things sorted out. Resilience is what we have, right? And that's what we have to,
and that's
to do
being
the time.
tested. Dimitri Salakis, the outgoing CEO of Mercedes-Benz USA at their new flagship dealership, which is pretty spectacular here in Manhattan. Scott, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Phil, appreciate you. Thank you very much for that. Still ahead, we tell you what's driving Eli Lilly shares today. We're back after this.
I'll tell you. Eli Lilly had a positive weight loss pill drug. The same one that Pfizer did bad on earlier in the week. Now you don't have to watch an ad. But I still need to go pee. I don't know what that comment means, Bowels. I don't know if that's good or if you're a hater. But thank you. Nice. Okay. I need to go pee.
How much you can really read into any of this. Not that
follow
there's
me on Instagram at the Trader Fraternity. Real code news on Twitter.
At the moment, but there is a big move in the ETF that tracks Japanese stocks because U.S. and Japanese negotiators began trade talks yesterday and remain. The president says that things are going really well on that front.
All right, well, that's good. If the president says that, it'll be interesting to see once we get some results, Scarlett Fu. We talk about the big movers on the day here. We talked a little bit earlier about the big drag that United Health was having, where it has taken a 19.8% stake in the company. Ackman confirming that now, saying that this is direct ownership on his part. So the big question is, with almost 20% direct ownership,
what is he going to do?
Exactly. All right, let's get a broader view of the markets here as we march towards the close with 8 minutes to go until those bells. Andrew Sliman joins us right now. He's Senior Portfolio Manager and Head of Applied Equity Advisors with Morgan Stanley Investment Management. So, Andrew, I'm assuming that you got a little bit of sleep this week relative to last week. When we come back to work on Monday, given the holiday on Friday, is there a sense here that this market is ready to reset? Because we've got a ton of earnings, a ton of economic data, and of course, a lot of loose ends in Washington when it comes to trade deals.
You know, I wish I had a perfect answer for you, Romaine, but, the truth is, I don't think anyone knows. The reason why I say that
is I'm rich as fuck. I don't give a shit.
By the White House.
Where am I?
And, unless you have a bat phone in the White House, you don't know. A normal pattern.
Okay, thanks, Morgan Stanley. But do I think we should cut rates? I think we should and we shouldn't. That's the problem. So literally, like, should we cut rates? No, we shouldn't. You know why? Because I didn't think we should have in September. But now the global economy is reeling, the bond market is breaking, and all these other countries are still cutting. Remember when everybody followed us and we all did the same exact thing, and then all of a sudden they just stopped right at the election? Yeah. So unfortunately, I don't think they should cut it, but now it's like, I mean, if things got a lot worse due to this, I think it wouldn't be it might be necessary, as odd as that may sound. If we really have a high effective tariff rate and nothing changes and it really does get bad, I mean, if you could save your brother, you might as well. And that's why I think Powell may not want to get involved in the mess, but now it could warrant a rate cut. But even then, I didn't think they should have cut back then, and they did. So now it's like, I don't think you should cut, but look around. So, yeah, it's still a very weird situation that all started with the confusion. Yeah, TTD, those final ones are probably going to expire, so that was a good hit, though. Yay! Final 5. I think you'll get a lot more on the Powell termination. That's it. I told you guys this morning. Bro, Powell flip-flop harder than fucking... Powell reminds me of Remble. So you have to understand LA rap lore to get this. But Powell reminds me of Remble. I don't know if he's stink team or if he's not stink team. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute he's stink team. 1 minute he a fucking Democrat. Next minute he a Republican. 1 minute he a Republican. Next minute he a fucking Democrat. Every single fucking time, bro. This guy he don't have a side. And that's where I think it's kind of fucked him up a little bit. Yeah, bro, for real. He's Powell. But, like, literally, though, like, straight up, that's why I think it's hilarious. How come Donald Trump ain't say this in the last 2 weeks? Because last time you heard from Powell, he took out all the Democrats' knees by saying, oh, yeah, why are you reacting to consumer sentiment? No. Outlier. No. I feel fine. No, I'm not worried about inflation. No, one time. No, don't worry about it. We're good. Last time you heard him, he sounded like he was down with Trump. Yesterday, he's like, no. He's like, well, no inflation and tariffs. And now inflation and tariffs. And I'm like, what? So 1 minute he's playing the game, next minute he's not. And that's why at the end of it, no one's going to like him. That's what I'm saying. Republicans and Democrats, and everyone's like, what the? Because go one more cycle, even Elizabeth going to get pissed again. Because like I'm saying, he makes Elizabeth look weird right now. She had to beg him to cut rates, and now you agree with him not to cut rates? Wait, and now Trump wants to cut rates? Why does Trump and Elizabeth want the same thing, but now they don't? I'm confused. So, yeah, we'll see. Dude, I keep forgetting Netflix is after the bell. So I'll try to stick around, but we'll see. Other than that, I'm sure you guys probably want the preview. So their pricing at 9. They've moved 10%, 10% to 11, up or down in the last 3 to 4 quarters. Beat 12 to 20, 13 to 20 on EPS. Yeah. And then they're up 12% on the quarter while the SPY is down. So low key, Netflix is either going to double outperform or Netflix is going to die and come back to normal. Because they're outperforming the SPY by 12% on the quarter. They're just holding their last good earnings. Everyone calling her out. Good, they should. I just laugh at the bitch every time I see her. Like, no joke, bro. Every time I see this girl, I can't not laugh. Because I have such a good memory, so I remember everything she says, and I see new words come out of her mouth, and I'm like, girl, you're fucking great. Kathy Woods? Whoa, I ain't hear that name in a minute. Man, y'all violated Kathy. You know that? Y'all ditched Kathy so fast. That was the first time I heard Kathy Woods in like 5 years, bro. I heard about Tiger Woods before Kathy Woods. That's crazy. All right, well, Chad, watch your ears. You only have 1 minute! Go, 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 go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, time to wrap it up. Bring it home. Finalize those plays. It's literally the weekend. No market tomorrow. Netflix after the bell. A lot of rumors of trade and Trump. Remember, everywhere else in the world is open tomorrow. So we may be live tomorrow. It'll probably be on mobile, but either way, wrap it up. Less than 10 seconds. Finalize your Netflix plays, big bro. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding 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 ding. Oh, nah, let's go. Oh, I choked on the horn. Oh, fuck. Okay, good, bro. The little fucking tassel thing flew into my mouth. It's disgusting. Oh, man. GG, baby. GG, we did it. 7 hours, baby. Good game. Hold on, where the track at? Where Netflix at? Okay. Okay, little Pony Montana. They thought they could get rid of me. Okay, fuck you, Donald Trump. Fuck you, Donald Trump. You know? Okay, I'm going to get 1 leg, 2 leg, 3 leg, 4 leg, 5 leg spread, 10 leg spread. They told me 10 not enough. They told me I can't do a 10. I said, say hello to my little spread. Oh, Papa, everybody want to find the bad guy. Okay, I'm the bad guy. Netflix rocketing. Are you sure? It's not out yet. Hey. Is it out? I don't think it's out, big dog. Oh, no, it is. 661 versus 571. Oh, yeah, they killed it. Revenue wasn't that good, though. That's weird. Revenue beat only by 200 million, 10.54 versus 10.52. And then they guided second quarter 702 and 1104. Let me compare that. Yeah, they guided up on revenue by higher than 10%. And then I don't know where the EPS guide is. Oh, yeah, and then EPS higher by $1. No, they killed it. I'm actually surprised it's not moving more, but it's already went up a lot. Yeah, no change in guidance for the full year, but they guided up next quarter. No. Only one guidance. So full year guide is unchanged at 43.5 to 44.5. And then operating margin of 29. And then they raise next quarter EPS by $1 and then revenue by like 10%. A little more. And then they beat. Yeah, they killed it, bro. I'm surprised. They might. Maybe they either hold up. Remember, they're already outperforming. The S&P is down on the year by 10, 12%. And they're up 12%. So if they go up another 10%, they'll be up 22%. No, wait till Netflix does this, because the last Netflix, it was slow. I remember they had a blowout, and then people reacted, and then they got on board. But it was good, though. There is a chance it sells, but that was a good report. I don't think everybody was already saying Netflix is kind of the safe haven, but that report, especially right now in the middle of this, all the uncertainty, this is certainly a company making money and growing still to a degree. So that I think people are going to like that. Netflix still targeting 29 margin. Launch Netflix Ad Suite in April 1st. They will launch Ad Suite in remaining advertising markets in coming months. Hastings has traditioned to board non-executive director from executive chairman. Tim Haley, longest-serving independent director, won't stand for re-election. Netflix in the long term. Where is it? Nice. 218. The other account I got in at like 270 and then 180. But yeah, that was a great pickup. I only got one for your girl, Colt sister. Does anybody want to marry my sister? Anybody out there? Anybody rich who believes in Jesus? But no, I had to talk with my mom about this. Because she was like, no, she needs a godly man. And I was like, why would the Lord punish a godly man by giving him my sister? You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, why? So this, you telling me, Mom, this guy follows the right path his whole life, and he gets my liberal-ass sister as a reward? That's not, no. I said, she going to destroy him. I'm like, what do you mean? Is a private jet rich enough? I mean, yeah, I'll take it. That's it. I just require a dowry. Not even, bro. I just require a down payment so I could reinvest it for you so that when you get mad at me for introducing you to her, I could at least give you the money back, but with a return. That's my plan. That's what I'm thinking. You'll take her? Good. I think you two would be perfect for each other. I think I would love to hook you up with her, to be honest. I think you two, I would love, you guys would just destroy yourselves. You know that, right? That's why I was like, you two would be perfect. I think that level of, I think the toxicity would match. You're a liberal, you'll listen to. Dude, we have liberals in here. Honestly, the coolest liberals are the coolest liberals who, like, survive in here. Because you're a real liberal. You know what I'm saying? You're not like one of these fake-ass, like, fascism. You don't even know what fascism is. Like, no, like, bro, I feel you. So, even then, maybe you might like my sister. But still, I don't want to punish you. You see the YOSH games taking a twist. All right, guys. For the next game, top 3 get to go on Matchmaker for Josh's sister. So the top 3, we're going to put you on a dating show. And my sister is going to be, that'd be crazy. But maybe we could. She already whooped my ass, bro. Dude, she used to whoop my ass when we were little. You know that? They all beat me, bro. Everybody beat me. I just got beat my whole life. And you guys are asking, you wonder why I act this way. That's it. Dude, she used to whoop my ass. All right, though. On that note, Chad. Chadadonia. I gotta go. That's it, man. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll find an hour to go live. Did you get mad if I went live while taking the dump? Okay, I'll do it from the pool then. I'll do it from the pool. Because I'll have time taking a shit tomorrow. But I wouldn't want to expose you to that. But other than that, Chadadonia, you have a great weekend, okay? And enjoy yourself. And enjoy why you have a day off, bro. And I meant what I said on the PHILO, okay? You know that, man? For real, bro. I think, if anything, y'all tell me I'm hella inspiring. And you're like, Josh, you're inspired. Bro, I want you to be inspired to be you, bro. For real. I'm here to invest in y'all. You know that? And I want to invest in uniqueness, in talent. And y'all have unique talents. So let's go, baby. Start believing in yourself. Start betting on yourself, baby. Be prepared for the disappointment. And remember, bro, all you need, the only work, you said, if you went up to Jesus himself and said, what do I have to do to work the kingdom? He'd tell you to believe, bro. Just believe, bro. Believe. He is risen. He is risen. He is risen. That's what my house sounds like every Sunday when I was growing up on Easter. So, Chad, I got to leave you with that, baby. Have a wonderful day. Finger to the sky. And indeed, bro, he is risen. For real, bro. He is. You know that? That's what I was tripping on. I'm like, bro, we live in this world today, bro. The name Jesus Christ is still alive. It's still bothering people. It's still healing people. It's still relevant. Oh, my. Are you kidding me? He is risen, my friends. So you have a great day, a great evening. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And peace. Play my song. Play a song. I want to leak another song. Yeah, come on. Come on. You want me to leak another song? I can leak another song. I'll leak the other one then. Fuck, I have so many songs to leak. But if I leak them, you'll know them all. And then you're going to be like, I heard this. You're like, I already heard this before. So, you know, I leak data. My uncle answers. Where is it? Come on. She's not loading. All right, guys. Well, you have a good one. Bye. I'm going to leave after the song. The song's just going to end. Goodbye. Happy Hanukkah.
Harvest
whichever one it
plenteous,
is. Yeah.
but the laborers are few. Laborers are few.
You didn't post to play. Why would I respect that? If you lose a tray, be careful of the get back. Too many girls I married them, they really thought I meant that. Married to the money, why can't y'all accept that? Bought Nike stock cause they asked me where to check at. Judge me how I talk, but I'm not the defendant. My will and my dog, feel like I am legend. They did me hella wrong, my life great, I forgive them. Look me in my eye, but can never see the vision. Don't ask me for a lot if you've never handled little. I ain't trying to talk unless you know me since I'm little. That it's lose a lot of y'all, so let's just keep it simple. Built my own prison walls, ignorance and blissful. Wear both sides, real life to the pixels. Pain subsides, sometimes kinda fickle. Lord's chicken in a prayer when I'm feeling in a pickle. I don't trust a hoe cause that's too close to a sickle. If you ain't tryna roll, little bro, it's not an issue. Appreciate the honesty, it's more what I'm into. Lost too many homies cause the pride really kill you. Never trust a pretty smile, never trust a nice guy. Do it for a little while, you'll do it for a lifetime. That's why all the little things can turn into a problem. Talk about the issues, but they don't wanna solve. That's really presidential. Check the incidentals. You could tell I'm kinda sentimental. All these fundamentals that I left you on these instrumentals, it's not accidental. I just really think that some y'all special. Yeah, that's a pep talk. 10% the best start. If you ain't got the armor, then I hope you got the Kevlar. No, it's just a metaphor, but I'm talking forever. Forever, forever. Sorry,
forever.
Corner that I'm back then. Ain't really
Forever.
Then. Now I'm feeling flaccid.
Prison.
All the people that was laughing. Even with the Duolingo bird, you could never understand it. Reprimanding, you caught me red-handed.
Do you think that I've never been humbled?
Stand tall, doesn't matter, don't stumble. You could choose a statue, but all of them crumble. maybe later, but now
Every
we can't
single
get
one,
emotional.
except
I'm
Jesus.
not here just to be sociable. Without the labor, it's not getting any closer, bro. Fuck the flavor, it just matter if it overflows. My creator, the maker, is non-negotiable. Knew I waver, but never would I be foldable. I got the favor, I do not need your promotional. I know you heard what it cost.
It's all quotable.
Damn.
Why are the laborers few?
Do you get it?
Not because there's a deficit.